No, you do not need to adjust your set. The Buffaloes are wearing green today. Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to the Midnight Matinee here on the Pacific League English YouTube channel. Tonight's game will be the Oryx Buffaloes hosting the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Get a look at the batters getting warmed up there as we're getting warmed up for first pitch. Kyocera Dome is in Osaka. We are not there. My name is Gabe Lerman. I will be your host for the next 3 hours, your primary play-by-play, and joining me in the booth, virtually of course, from Pennsylvania, Michael Bealey. Mike, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well, Gabe. I got my coffee ready to go, and I'm interested in seeing a first place, last place matchup tonight.
Yes, I have my green tea off away from my desk. I'll be picking that up once it's done steeping. You see on the screen right there the results for tonight's starting pitcher for the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, Kenta Uehara. There's the lineup for the Fighters coming up. Leading off, the second baseman, Taiki Narama. Second up is Ryota Isobata, the center fielder. Ariel Martinez, the Cuban slamwich, at first base today. Kotaro Kiyomiya, the Japanese Babe Ruth, at third. Chusei Manami at right field and batting fifth. Yuki Nomura out of position normally. He's in left field at sixth. Batting seventh, Daigo Kamikawabata, the shortstop. Batting eighth, Wang Po-jung, the Taiwanese king, DHing today. And batting ninth, Yudai Furukawa, the catcher. The lineup for the Oryx Buffaloes on screen now. Tomoya Noguchi in right field to start things off. Yuma Mune batting in the 2 spot, playing third base. Keita Nakagawa at center field, batting third. DHing Tomoya Mori, back from injury. In the 5 spot, Yuma Tongu, their batting champion first baseman. Kotaro Kurebayashi at short. Marwin Gonzalez, yes, that one, at second base. Kenya Wakatsuki at catcher. And Tokumasa Chano in left. And now the in-stadium announcer is going to be repeating exactly what I just ran down. Now, Mike, remind me, you did not get a chance to take in a game at Kyocera Dome, did you?
I did not get the chance to go to Kyocera Dome. I was outside of it during spring training earlier in the year, but
sweet. Little kid's a little overwhelmed by meeting his hero.
Is this a first pitch, or are they doing the kids take the field with the players?
I think it's kids taking the field with the players.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice gesture. Noguchi is normally a shortstop, but he's been known to take some outings in right field. And yes, the green uniforms, we're going to have to get into that at some point. As you see, tonight's starting pitcher warming up over at the dugout area, Kohei Azuma. We're in for a bit of a treat because you've heard a lot about Yoshinobu Yamamoto, whose jersey I am wearing right now. Sachi Yamasaki has shown up a few times on these broadcasts. Heck, he almost took a complete game shutout into one. All right, looks like we've got an idle group for today's first pitch. And a very Japanese tradition, there's always a batter for the first pitch, even if it requires a bounce. And Azuma's had an interesting route to get to the ballpark right here today. This 23-year-old right-hander was selected from Kobe Koryo Gakuen High School via the developmental draft in 2018. That means he was not drafted to a major league roster spot, and as a result had to work his way up, only playing on farm team games. He was registered to the big league club in 2022. This is his 5th start this season. He spent the first 4 months of a middle 4 months of the year with a minor league club. Then again, the last 2 of his starts have been wins, including 5 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts 2 weeks ago against the Saitama Seibu Lions. He's faced the Fighters twice this season, going 1-0 with 3 earned runs over 7 1/3 innings pitched combined. So what you'll be expecting from him, 5-pitch mix, fastball in the mid-80s if you're using Imperial units, a cut fastball, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. Some strong defense over at the hot corner there. Yuma Mune won the Golden Glove last year, and he's gunning for another one this year. And it sounds like the Buffalo's Owen Don is in fine form out in right field. As well as the Fighters. There's the defensive alignment. Chano, normally a right fielder, moves over to left. Nakagawa, the usual center fielder. Gonzalez draws in at second base, giving Oshido and Gibo a day off. And Wakatsuki will be the catcher. He's an excellent framer. And that way Mori can DH. Taiki Namada chopped right back up the middle, deflected by Azuma. Quick throw to first is out of the reach of Tongu. Wakatsuki backing up the play. Narama will be first on the what maybe scored a throwing error by shortstop Kotaro Kurebayashi. And that's an inauspicious start for the Buffaloes. They're going for the semi-sweep here, the Fighters. They tied the first game of this series before winning yesterday's effort.
I get the feeling that if he had just let the ball go over his head, I think they'd get the out there.
Yeah, Azuma's reflexes might have burnt him a little bit there. I didn't even get a chance to do any of my stats about Taiki Narama. Big Boss Shinjo likes this post. And yes, that is former New York Met Tsuyoshi Shinjo behind the mask. As the manager of the Fighters, this is his second season behind the bench. First pitch pumped in there for a strike by Azuma. Ryota Isobata, not exactly a known power hitter. 244 average, he's known as a speedster. Inside with a cutter, 1-1. Wakatsuki looking over his shoulder. I really do like the OB combined logo on the Buffalo's alternate caps. Hoping they can make that into their next identity. 1-1 on the way. Kurebayashi picks it up. Gonzalez for the first out. Into first. Not in time. Isobata turns on the afterburners and avoids the double play. 1 away. Here in the top of the first.
Now, I'm not normally looking at StatCast for every little thing, but if we had a StatCast, that'd be really interesting to see how fast he ran down that line.
Isobata is the designated speedster of this Fighters lineup. So putting him in the 2-hole just shows the confidence that manager Tsuyoshi Shinjo has in his rookie Narama. Ariel Martinez up at the plate. 16 stolen bases on the year for Isobata, so Wakatsuki and Azuma are going to have to keep an eye on him. 14 home runs for Ariel Martinez. This has been a real breakout season for him. This is his first with the Fighters. Previous seasons, he was with the Dragons over in the other league that we don't talk about. One 0 on the way. Big swing and a miss over a changeup. Isobata stays at first. Friendly reminder, those of you who are subscribed to the Pacific League English YouTube channel, feel free to hop in the comments. You know we'll be watching that the comments as they go. Martinez ready. 1-1 on the way. Pumped in there with a cutter. Low for ball 2.
Thanks to the Fighters' new stadium this year, I feel that Martinez is probably performing better offensively compared to the other dome he was playing in.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the other dome is a cavern.
And I don't think we've said that about a player going to the Fighters in decades at this point, considering their old home.
That's true. Sapporo Dome did have a great wall of its own. So no surprise. Quick check-in on Isobata. Tongu play a little bit of catch. Shinjo has been known to mix up the lineup and his staff on the regular. Another pickoff attempt. Isobata able to dart in there quick. Unlike the major leagues, there is no pickoff limit here, but hopefully Azuma will focus on the man at the plate. That is a very wide lead, just about at the edge of the sliding pit there, here at Kyocera Dome. Wakatsuki set. Azuma deals. Fouled out of play to just about the seats where I was sitting when I was at Kyocera Dome in 2019. The other game I was hoping to go to got rained out, so I got to take in the Buffaloes playing the Hawks. And this young pitcher by the name of Yoshinobu Yamamoto had a really good start. Get a good glance at Chusei Manami, the big power bat in this Fighters lineup. Yuki Nomura, another noted power bat, and Ariel Martinez. If I'm not mistaken, that's what, 14 home runs on the season? Slider bounced in the dirt. Count is full. Martinez may be an unfamiliar name to those of you watching from North America because he came straight from Cuba. No defections, nothing of that sort. Cuba and Japan have a really strong baseball relationship. Full count on the way. Back up through the middle. Good play by Gonzalez. No play at second. He'll take you out at first. Score that 4-3 on your score sheet. Man on second with 2 down. You see there that Isobata was off at the crack of the bat. Gonzalez had no play, but still has that cannon arm to throw over to first. Gonzalez does have defensive flexibility, so he can be put into shortstop in an absolute pinch. Or left field, for that matter. Kotaro Kiyomiya watches a curveball on the outer half. Wakatsuki not quite getting the call there. Ball 1. Nine home runs with a 360 on base for Kotaro Kiyomiya. 2 for 5 against Azuma in their previous sorties. 1-0 on the way. Cut fastball sails high, ball 2.
Looking at Kiyomiya's advanced hitting zone, the majority of the squares inside of his zone, he's batting pretty much well over 300 in almost all of them.
So the question is less how do you approach him and more how do you minimize the damage. Fastball pumped in. That's outside for ball 3. This may be an unintentional intentional walk, or vice versa.
That top part of the zone right there where they keep missing, that is where he is batting 194. So that's pretty much, looks like that's the only place you're going to be able to pitch him.
Just try and nick the top of the zone and hope he grounds into something. Called strike. Fastball over in time. Now, I mentioned the nickname Japanese Babe Ruth. Kiyomiya got that nickname because of his prodigious batting prowess in high school. He set the record for most home runs in a high school career until one of your favorite players, Mike, Rintaro Sasaki, broke it this season.
He's just demolishing the Koshin tournament right now as well.
I think his team actually got eliminated. Strike two pumped in there with a fastball.
I don't think he hit any home runs, but he was having multi-hit games up until the elimination, I believe.
If you do want to watch some of the high school baseball tournament, I believe there is a legitimate streaming service out there. We just can't drop a name because we don't have the rights to that. Look hard enough, you'll spot it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Excellent at-bat there from Azuma, battling back from down 3-0 to get the strikeout of Kiyomiya. It'll be the top of the order for the Buffaloes. Noguchi, Mune, Nakagawa. Get settled in, folks. We're going to have ourselves a fun one tonight. This is the Pacific League Midnight Matinee.
And as always, in the live chat, drop where you're watching us from. A lot of new names in the chat from what I can see. We have a viewer from Indonesia, I believe Nat 2V is usually always here, as is Harrison. Kiyomi Matic joins us again from Colombia. Indiana, Las Vegas, Canada, Atlanta.
Sorry about disappearing. I just had to reload. I'm not seeing the live chat in my StreamYard. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not either. I had to open up another window of the actual
that's what
stream.
I'll do. Anyways, tonight's starter for the Hokkaido Nipponham Fighters, Kenta Uehara, 29-year-old left-hander, joined the Fighters' top club late in their 2016 season, which, thanks to some guy by the name of Shohei Ohtani, they won the Japan Series. Participated as a member of Samurai Japan in the Summer Universiade in 2015 as a member of Meiji University. For a guy whose childhood dream was to be a pro baseball player, it's been excellent to see him get to work. First pitch on the way to Noguchi. In there for a strike. Look for a 6-pitch mix from Uehara. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, fork, and the ever-dangerous shuto. That is a fastball with reverse arm angle spin. And Noguchi down in a hole, 0-2 quickly. Oh, 2 on the way from Uehara. Outside with a fastball. Kiyomi Matic. Wait, that weird scream has been the umpire this whole time? Always has been. Astronaut meme. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Uehara disposes of Noguchi for the first out of the game. Apologies for the blowing noses. I'm cleaning my tea off. Uehara is an interesting cat. He occasionally plays outfield and has even batted a few times for the Fighters. Over 14 career at-bats, a single, a double, and a home run. Otherwise known as better than anything I would ever do at the major league level. Yumamune steps in. Fastball low, ball 2. Another fastball sails high. Mune may not get anything to hit, and it's interesting to note that the Buffaloes are eschewing the sabermetric approach and not exactly looking for platoon splits here against the lefty Uehara. They are fielding 1, 2, 3, 4 lefties and 1 switch hitter in Marlon Gonzalez. Ball 4 called. Uehara expresses a minor amount of distaste.
Since it's a hot topic in the chat, I do remember the umpire's name now. His name is Shirai, and if anyone remembers back to last year, one of our Roki Sasaki starts at Kyocera Dome, he was actually in that game as well behind the plate, where he approached the mound, I believe, to talk to Sasaki about something.
Nakagawa, of course, yesterday with an absolute moonshot into the Owendon. That's why he's batting in the cleanup spot today. From famous PL Gakuen High School. Forkball floated in. Strike 1. 11 home runs, 315 on base percentage for Nakagawa. And I think we briefly saw the pitching coach for the Fighters. I had to look him up. He's a former major leaguer. Yoshinori Tateyama. Played with the Rangers and Yankees. Change up high, misses the top of the zone, ball 1.
How long ago did he play with them?
We're talking 2011 to 2014.
Oh, that's relatively recent. As if that's not over 10 years ago, but...
As I fade into grayscale, yes.
Sepia.
Uehara, looking right at Mune. Nakagawa, the 1-1. Curveball floated high, ball 2. Our producer doing some quick audio mixing on the fly. Thank you very much there. Better you adjust than me. Uehara finding a little bit of struggle with the strike zone at the moment. Quick step off and check in on Mune. Yuma's not exactly a base-stealing threat, so that's more of a courtesy check. So far in this season, Yuma Mune has 1 stolen base. Two 2-1 on the way to Nakagawa. That will sail foul and out of play. For those of you who are watching your first Japanese baseball game, yes, the foul whistles are a common occurrence. They're like the cicadas of summer. Ever present, always just a little bit annoying. I'm a big fan of Nakagawa. I was expecting Shuhei Fukuda to take over in center field like he did last year. Inside, did he go around? Peeled down to first. No. Count is full. The big advantage, or the big selling point in Nakagawa has been his contact bat, so seeing his power show up this season is a much appreciated development. No lack of outfielders on this Buffaloes lineup. Notable in absence today, though, Yutaro Sugimoto. Rao sat out yesterday's game as well, and he's not listed as being available off the bench. I'm trying to dig up what's going on with him. Hopefully he's not injured long term, because the Buffaloes could sure use some of his 12 home runs. Nakagawa spoils another one. Hoping this does not turn into another Toshiki Abe situation. as Mike has flashbacks to the most recent baseball for breakfast.
2 at-bats, over 10 pitches each. One was up to 16, I believe.
Full count pitch on the way from Uehara. One away, Mune at first. Nakagawa is going to loft this one over the head of Daigo Kamikawabata into center field. Mune was off on the running, and he makes it into third. Some savvy base running from Yuma Mune. Runners at the corners for the designated hitter, Tomoya Mori. There's that contact bat, the value of Keita Nakagawa. Tomoya Mori, DHing, nominally a catcher. Signed to the Oryx Buffaloes from the Saitama Seibu Lions this offseason with a 4-year, $16 million US contract. 16, 1-6, by the way. And he's an Osaka boy, so it's a bit of a homecoming. 285 batting average, 13 home runs. Seems to do pretty well up against the fighters. And I love that exaggerated leg kick of his. He's got an awesome cheer song, too. Another checked swing, this time on a forkball in the dirt. 2-0.
Gabe, I looked into Sugimoto for you, so I think I found the reason why he's no longer listed.
Go for it.
Looks like he was sent down to the farm to just go over his swing and just get some rest and work on his offense. He's only had a 230 batting average and 12 home runs and a 701 OPS in 74 games. So it looks like they're just trying to get some new life into their lineup right now.
And that is something that happens on the regular with players, just to recombobulate them. Pitcher on the Tigers in the other league had to take a brief stint when he had a rough start to the season. Another pitcher, more of a YouTube vlogger on the Bay Stars, had a couple of stints just to keep his schedule. Change up over the center of the plate, count is 3-1.
And then you have some of those teams that just sign foreign player after foreign player. They have to rotate them around with farm stints pretty regularly.
That's true. You're only allowed 4 non-Japanese players on your roster. Mori gives this one a ride. That's going to find the outfield. Nomura will bring it in, 2 down. Yes, that's normal third baseman Yuki Nomura in left, as Go Matsumoto gets the day off.
A few years ago, there was a cat-based team somewhere in Japan, I should say, that had about 4 or 5, maybe 6 foreign batters. Might have been 2020, 2021. They had to... I don't know how they made that work. I don't think it ended up working at all, but they had to rotate him out pretty much nonstop.
Like a spinning door, basically. Once you are sent down to the farm team, you cannot be re-registered to the top club without a 10-day waiting period. All right, Yuma Tongu, the beating heart of this offense. 319 batting average with 13 home runs and almost a 400 on-base percentage. You want to talk about breakout candidates? Tongu is it for the Buffaloes. Change up in there, strike 1. Koyomi Matic, it's actually 9 years of service time that a foreigner needs in the league in order to be considered as a regular domestic player. So far, I think there's only 1 player active in NPB that has that. That's Alfredo Despine over with the Hawks. There's the batting race, as you can see. Yuki and Agita hot on the trails, and so is Kensuke Kondo, of Yuma Tongu in the leadoff spot. Kurebayashi taking up the 4th spot, and Hideto Asamura of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles in 5th with 275. That is a distant 5th. But yeah, it's very rare for a player to reach domestic free agency and domestic player status. Chopped on the ground, gonna be a tough play. Kiyomiya heaves the throw. Martinez was on the bag in time. Tongu is erased. Close play there, and we may have a challenge. Satoshi Nakajima taking a look-see. We'll see if Martinez was able to land on the bag in time. Hey, there's Gosuke Kato, the first ever reverse posting in NPB history, drafted from the Mets AAA team to play with the Fighters. All right, no challenge, scoreless through 1. There's one other game active in NPB right now, and it's a Pacific League game, which means we can talk about it. The Saitama Seibu Lions are visiting PayPay Dome to take on the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, and they're currently staked to a 1-0 lead. They being the Lions, that is.
On the subject of the foreign player service time, I think some old school Buffalo fans will remember maybe 2007, 2008 when they had Tuffy Rhodes and Alex Cabrera, both who earned the roster spot, no longer counting as a foreign player. So they were able to sign 2 more foreign big bats. So you had 4 foreign batters in that lineup during that time. Which was just crazy. They were hitting home runs all the time.
Tuffy Rhodes to the Hall of Fame. Justice for Tuffy.
Eventually. It'll happen.
If I really wanted to be a prat, I'm going to Japan in like 2 months. I could show up at the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame and just ask, Tuffy wa doko desu ka? Where's Tuffy?
As the police sirens turn on in the distance.
And I lose my position here with a Pacific League TV English YouTube channel.
Worth.
Chusei Manami, one of the home run leaders in the Pacific League. 19 long bombs on the season, and it's a good thing. Ooh! Azuma buzzes the tower. Did that get him? It's a good thing he's facing Manami with the bases empty, because he is a dominant batter. All right, looks like that was just a very close call. 3 for 4 against Azuma so far this season with an RBI. Fastball misses the outside corner, 2-0. Jonathan woofing at the uniforms. I mean, yeah, green is not really the Buffalo's color, but they've always had weirdo-looking Natsu-no-jin summer uniforms. Fly ball deep to right. Chano spies it in the roof. 1 away.
There is a certain podcast co-host that's probably really happy to see a green uniform right now. Old Jimbo and his love of green uniforms.
Yeah, the Nankai Hawks of yore, they sported green, but nobody in the Pacific League's worn green on a regular basis since, minus the occasional alternate uniform. I mean, the Fighters had that super high collar alternate uniform, the new era uniform, or whatever they called it, back earlier this season. Yuki Nomura up at the plate, nominally a third baseman, playing left field, swings and misses over a changeup. This is his first season with double-digit home runs, so good work there for Nomura. With Kiyomiya at third. That is a highway speed curveball, missing inside for ball 2. Hit well into foul territory. Chano's going to give it a look, but those are into the expensive seats. No, wait, those are the unreserved seats. Inexpensive seats. Count is 2-2. Nomina got an All-Star nomination last season. He slashed 279, 313, 411. But he's taken a bit of a step back in those slash line this year, at least with the new career high in homers. Slider misses low. Count is full. Count is full. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nomura goes right over top the slider. 2 away here in the top of the second. It seems like we have a lot of people in the chat from New York, so let me just say, hey, let's keep it focused on the game at hand, all right?
Hey.
Hey.
Now an entire state is mad at us, so there's that.
I'm commentating here. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. We're done now. Daigo Kamikawabata up at the plate. Second season in NPB. Reputation as a defensive stud. Last season was a real breakout for Daigo, and so far with more playtime, he is maybe struggling a little bit under the workload. But still, you've seen him on the top 20 plays. You know what he's capable of. One-two on the way from Azuma. Another swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning for Kohei Azuma. Signed with 2 Ks. Through 1.5. Still scoreless. Kudebayashi, Marwin Gonzalez, and Kenya Wakatsuki up in the bottom half for the home side.
In the chat, welcome back, Sai. He's been here pretty much every game.
Ah, yes. Memories of years past. Okay, I think I remember reading up what this was. That's for a post-game comedy competition at Kyocera Dome after the game today. It'll be streamed on the Buffalo's YouTube channel if you're so inclined to stay up late and watch some Japanese comedy. Jonathan, the new Buffalo's cap emblem was introduced last season as part of their Sunday pinstripes. It's an excellent look at the slider Azuma used to get the last strikeout of the inning. And if you want to see more Japanese baseball, our producer just reminded us to point out to you, our next broadcast will be September 12th. These two teams will rematch at Escon Field, Hokkaido in Baseball for Breakfast. 5 a.m. start time in Eastern Time. So for all of you European baseball fans, that's your time slot. Kotaro Kudebayashi. Swing and a miss over top of a good forkball by Uehara. Oh, 2 on the way. That one's high, ball 1. So the Buffaloes have had an interesting history with summer uniforms. Kurebayashi flares this one into foul territory. In the past, they've seen things like a galaxy print, a gray uniform with neon green accents, a jean jacket look. I am not kidding, a flannel look. Grounded up to second. Good play there by Nadama. One away. El Mago. Marwin Gonzalez getting his first at-bat of the game. Yes, it's that Marwin Gonzalez. Batting from the right side against the lefty Uehara. Strike one. Fastball. Most notable in his decade of MLB experience with the Houston Astros, but also has played for the Twins, the Red Sox, and the Yankees. In the major leagues, he's put up 107 home runs and 415 RBIs. This is his first season with the Oryx Buffaloes. Oh, 2 hole quickly. Uehara making short work. That one's flared foul. Uehara's done pretty well so far on the season. 2-4 record with a 2.73 ERA and 46 strikeouts over 62 2/3 innings pitched. And more importantly, the Fighters have won each of his last 3 starts, even if he hasn't gotten the decision. Chop foul. Looks like he just got a piece of that. Oh, 2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Uehara chalks up another K. 2 down, base is empty for the catcher, Kenya Wakatsuki. Elder Dogma, the greens are not normal. This is their special summer uniform. They wear them at home only for the month of August. They are a green version of their usual Sunday pinstripes. I do like the gold uniform lettering, though. Reminds me of when the Royals busted out the gold letters for when they won their World Series. Yep, that's a Shidai call, all right. Strike 1. Freak Show is God. I'm going to get to your comment in the next inning break. Defensive swing there from Wakatsuki. 1-2. One, 2 on the way from Uehara. Another foul ball, another souvenir. I came close to catching a foul ball at my game at PayPay Dome back in 2019. It bounced about 2 or 3 seats to the right of me, and I had to think to myself, okay, exactly how much do I want to navigate the Japanese medical system as a tourist? 1-2 on the way. Swing! Oop. Nope, yeah, swing and a miss, strike 3. Uehara going K for K with Azuma. Scoreless through 2.
In my case, it wasn't a foul ball. It was one of the balls they throw into the crowd after, throw rounds done and warm-ups are done. I actually did touch it, but the guy in front of me had a glove, so he got it.
I was tempted to pack a glove, opted not to. Looks like we may get a little bit of a uniform look about these summer uniforms. These fancy looking green pinstripes. Other teams this year with summer uniforms, the Saitama Seibu Lions going with a blue pinstripe look, and the Chiba Lotte Marines going with a black uniform with Miami Vice accents, pink and blue. All right, so now we can say ties don't count in the standings. Freak Show is God. It's a matter of the game just simply doesn't count as a win or a loss. It will still take into account, or be taken into account in terms of win percentage. It's removed from both the numerator and the denominator. So win percentage is the measure of how teams will make the postseason or not. So it does factor in that respect. All game stats still count, just nobody gets a decision. I think the players can still get holds, just not saves. Getting a good look at Uehara on the bench. Azuma up for his third inning of work. You may see a bit of a bullpen game. Lord knows the Buffaloes have a good one of those. Wang Po-jung, the Taiwanese king, stepping to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. This is only his fourth game this season. Up with the top club. Change up for strike one.
I don't think we'd have enough time in the world to go over his CPBL accomplishments.
Yeah, I will have to give that a try. Change up, very nicely done for strike two. All right, so here we go. 3 championships, 2 MVPs, 2 batting titles, 1 home run title, 2 Golden Gloves, Rookie of the Year, and the record for most hits in a season and batting average, 414 in the CPBL.
And the quadruple crown.
Yes, that is true. He signed with the Fighters in the 2018-2019 offseason. Best season so far with the club, 2021, with 9 home runs and a 242 average. Chopped on the ground, past Mune and into left field, base hit. Our games are live streamed on the Taiwanese channel as well, by the way, the Taiwanese Pacific League YouTube channel. So I can imagine a lot of fans in that live chat are cheering for Wang Po-jung. It's also worth noting that we actually had our debut on that channel. Our first ever Midnight Matinee was on that channel because the Pacific League English channel did not have the geofencing set up.
And coincidentally, I think that was the most active live show we had. We just couldn't understand any of the chat.
Fastball pumped in for strike one against Yuda Furukawa. I don't know, I think our first Midnight Matinee of this season at the Escon Field Hokkaido, the Kiyomiya Walk-Off, that might have gotten more viewers. But I'm biased, because that was a really good game.
I was just happy it did not go too deep into extras. Oh, no, it didn't go into extras at all, I believe.
No, it did. It was in the 10th.
Oh, it did. Oh, yeah, it was in the 10th. Okay. I did not want to see a 12th.
Long season. Furukawa waits on Azuma, who keeps checking over at first on Wang Po-jung. Set up inside is Wakatsuki. Fastball soared high, and that's into the behind the very big backstop here. That's a distinctively Japanese baseball stadium trait. Really big backstops and really tall rear fences behind home plate. As far as I can tell, it's mostly for advertising purposes. I'm looking specifically at Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi, and it's like 7 or 8 ads. Kyoto Dome has its good fair share. Try to get the call on the cutter. That's outside for ball one.
Zozo Marine Stadium has the ads for Roto that change to Roki whenever Roki Sasaki is pitching.
That is a really nice touch. A recognition of how special a guy Roki Sasaki is. 1-2 on the way. Wakatsuki set up outside. Spiked in the dirt. That'll be ball 2. Furukawa's an interesting player. He's only appeared in 5 games so far this season, but he does have a .364 batting average in them. 2 games in early May, now 4 in 5 since August 16th. He was a third-round selection in 2021's draft from Jobu University. No relation to the voodoo god from Major League. Furukawa can hit curveballs. Chopped up the middle. Gonzalez will field to Kurebayashi. Bit of batter interference there. And I think Tongu's going to point that out. Satoshi Nakajima says, hey, what's going on? Looks like we may be getting a replay. We're going to take another look here. Furukawa chops this. Gonzalez fields it cleanly to Kurebayashi. Ooh, Wong might have gotten in the path there and slowed Kurebayashi's throw. We'll see. We are getting a replay review. I think that was runner interference, and thus it is a second out. Yeah, it looks like he might have gotten out of the baseline there. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so, but at the same time, based on his momentum, I'm not really certain what else he could do right there.
I'm not sure if this is replay review or just umpire confab.
I think it's one of those things that only the umpire meeting can actually overturn itself.
So while we have this break in the action, let's check in on our other game quickly. Seems to be top of the third at PayPay Dome. Score is still 1-0 Saitama Seibu over Fukuoka SoftBank. Starting pitchers in that game. Wataru Matsumoto for the Lions so far has not allowed a hit.
先ほど一塁走者がアウトになった後、走路を守備を妨害いたしました。バッターランナーもアウトとします。
I do not quite understand what happened. We'll just wait to see what the game results are. Jonathan, Eagles are on tonight, but way tonight. The Tokurakuten Golden Eagles are hosting the Chipolote Marines starting at 3 a.m. Eastern. We are going to bed at that point. So that is a double play. Bases are clear with 2 down. For the leadoff man, Taiki Narama. From Risho University, 5th round of last year's draft. Already made the big club. See previous comments about Big Boss Shinjo having fun with mixing up the lineup. As for the other league, all those games are a 5 a.m. start. We don't carry them anyway, so don't come looking to us. Hey, Nat2V, good to see you in the chat again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, it was kind of an awkward one, but Azuma did indeed face the minimum. Still waiting for our first base runner. Through 2.5, Fighters 0, Buffalo 0. This is the Midnight Matinee on the Pacific League English YouTube channel.
見応えがあって切れ味抜群のアサヒビールを販売しております。 試合に勝利して美味しいビールが飲めるようにバファローズの勝利を願いましょう。ありがとうございます。夏にぴったり冷たいビールを飲んで、
So, Mike, our producer commented on this in one of our internal chat channels. Did you know there's such a thing as Potato Day at the ballpark?
I did not know that, but it doesn't shock me. I know Calbee is the provider of the Calbee baseball cards and the baseball chips, so... But
That's
a Calbee
right.
Day?
Yeah, so yesterday and today at Kyocera Dome, if you brought potatoes to the ballpark, you could get 200 yen off your ticket for certain seating sections. I kid you not.
Like, just a bag of potatoes, or did you have to bring...
just a bag of potatoes, and they'll give you a commemorative bucket to hold them in, too.
I'm not carrying around a pound of... I mean, I guess you can just bring one, but...
Yes, the seat is for my potato.
Hey, man, whatever works. 200 yen... Oh, it's kind of heavy.
I mean, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, how much does a potato go for these days? I mean, how much could a potato cost, Mike? $10?
$10.
There's always money in the potato stand.
I mean, I guess you could go to Family Mart, buy a singular potato, and I'd get your discount, and then... I guess you could eat it there. That could be a snack. I don't know.
Bring a Mr. Potato Head toy and try and get in on a technicality.
I will be there next year. I will try.
Tokumasa Chano leading off the bottom of the third here. The rookie outfielder was formerly the leadoff man. Noguchi took his spot for the moment. 251 batting average, 307 on base, as you saw there. Down in an 0-2 hole quickly. Uehara has been working quick.
In the chat, Sage Shark, I've been to 2 NPB parks. Gabe has been to many more than I.
I have been to all 12. That's chopped up the first base line and foul. Ariel Martinez will yeet that away.
Try as I might, I keep ending up at Zozo Marine Stadium. I blink and I'm there again.
Well, I mean, you are a Marines fan primarily.
Shh, don't tell them that.
Fastball outside. I mean, it's okay to wear your affiliation on your sleeve. Like, I'm rocking the Yoshinobu Yamamoto road jersey here, man. I'm not going to turn on my camera.
I'm wearing a Seibu jersey just because I felt like they needed some help.
That's right back up the middle. Uehara tries to pluck it, not in time. Narama throws onto first, in time! Hello, future me in the top 20 plays reels. Taiki Narama. Quick reflexes, quicker hands. You see Uehara, oh man, that reminds me of me trying to make a play. And Narama flicks it to Martinez in time. Uehara likes this post.
Jonathan, I've not been to Hodomoto, but I have been to a Hodomoto restaurant. I don't know if that counts.
Not quite. When I went in 2019, it was Sapporo Dome, not Escon Field, Hokkaido East Bay. And no, I did not get to Hotomoto. The Buffaloes were playing at Kyocera Dome. Tomoya Noguchi, strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Filling in for the deregistered Sugimoto. Swings over a changeup, 1-1. Favorite ballpark of the 12? Koshien. Close second, Rakuten Mobile. 2 away here for the Buffaloes. Narama has had his hand in both of those plays.
Well, that's a walk-up song choice.
Well, he does have some Anglophone parentage. His mother is from Guinea, and his father's from Guinea, and his mother is of West African descent. Also, he spent some time in the Australian Baseball League. That's how he converted from outfielder to third baseman. I mean, it's worked for him. Back-to-back Best 9 and Golden Gloves. Forkball in the dirt for ball 1. strike over the plate. Looks like a fastball there. Now, I know in the majors they go with a more sabermetric approach of having your best batter in the 2 spot. NPB still seems to be focusing more on the 3, 4, 5 guys being the more dominant. Mune is the kind of guy who just doesn't get into double plays at all. He's who you want in your 2 spot here in Japan. Coming up to 50 pitches now for Uehara. We'll see if it's an abbreviated start for him as well. 2-1 on the way. Chopped foul. Off the first base coach. Speaking of former major leaguers and coaching staff, the Buffaloes have one too. Normally he is a base coach, but more accurately he's a hitting coach. And he used to play for your favorite major league club, Mike. Any guesses? Ooh, that's off Mune's shin.
Did he play a lot, or was it a
cup of tea? He also played for the Oryx franchise before coming to the majors. He's more well known for playing for the Cardinals.
What year did he play for the Phillies?
2008.
It's not Scott Matheson, is it?
No, it's Sol Taguchi.
Oh, okay.
Martinez will collect it and force Mune out of the base path. Good play there by Ariel Martinez. Another 1-2-3 inning for Uehara. After that scuffle in the first inning, when you had runners at the corners with 1 out, it's been lights out for Kenta. A lot of zeros so far. Scoreless through 3. Fighters will be sending Isobata, Martinez, and Kiyomiya up to the plate in the top of the 4th. BKM Hang 10 got it right in the chat. If memory serves, Sol Taguchi is one of those rare players to win a Japan Series and a World Series, but I don't think he was on the Major League roster with the Phillies.
He was not on the World Series roster. He might have been on the NLDS or NLCS roster. I think he did get given a ring, however.
Oh, he was also with the Cardinals in 2006 when they won the championship.
And Tadahito Iguchi was also on that 08 team. Former Marines manager and player.
And yes, Iguchi was with the White Sox and won the World Series with them in 2005. A lot of green in the stands. That jersey was a giveaway for select fans, so it's not as if they had to acquire that jersey. I keep asking my management about when we can start offering merch stateside. I'm still working on it, that's all I can say. Koyomi Matic, I wouldn't last that long on a huge screen. I've been featured on the Jumbotron exactly once in all the 100+ games I've been to my local Major League club. First pitch of the inning, back to the pitcher. Ozuma stabs it. Excellent play. 1 pitch, 1 out. As we inch towards midnight in Central Time,
I was on the TV broadcast once in 2021 as Kyle Schwarber, then a member of the Nationals, hit a home run and it went over my head and I looked very unamused.
Thanks to a certain YouTuber, I can't unhear the Smash Bros. Home run bat sound every time Schwarber gets good contact.
I mean, it's very fitting for him.
Martinez, 14 home runs, 359 batting or on base percentage. Grounded out to second in his first at bat here. I have to mention the Cuban team he played for, the Cocodrilos de Matanzas. Yes, that is the Crocodiles. And his favorite player in the majors? Salvador Perez. Martinez actually was briefly injured earlier this season. I think he got hit by pitch in the flank and had to take a couple days off. Chopped up the third base line. Mune, spinorama. Good tag there by Tongu. Throw was up the line. Freak Show commenting the Fox Dance song not being played here. Ditto for Genghis Khan. I actually had a Genghis Khan phase when I was in university. I got really big into German disco for like a hot month.
I didn't even know Cuba had its own crocodile. Just looked it up now. That's a goofy looking crocodile.
Kiyomiya, strikeout victim of Azuma, back in the second inning. Changeup misses, ball one. So I mentioned Kiyomiya's home run exploits in the high school tournaments. 7 teams bid for his services in the NPB draft, with the Fighters winning that lottery. Swing and a miss, strike one, cut fastball, just a little bit off. Throws Kiyomiya off his game. That's an eccentricity of the Japanese baseball. You can pick, multiple teams can pick the same player in the first round. And if they do, they have a lottery to see who actually wins him. I think it's great. It makes for great TV. It discourages tanking. No team really tanks in NPB. That's something I really appreciate about that. Cy Hart, yeah, former fighter Kenshi Sugiya busted out the fox dance at a Savannah Bananas game. Good forkball grip there from Azuma. I mean, I'd love to see a Pacific League team play in North America. 1-2, chopped up the first base line and foul into towards the dugouts. But for now, hey, this is pretty darn good. Also, next time the Boston Red Sox are playing in Toronto here, I gotta bring my Buffaloes cap and get Masataka Yoshida to sign it. I miss Macho. Curveball knocked into right field. Chano will chase it down. Kiyomiya just couldn't time that one up. 4 scoreless. 4 scoreless in 7 years ago. Never mind. Nakagawa Mori coming up for the Buffaloes. And what's with the Lion King? I remember back in like 2022, we got really nervous about licensed music. Oh, they're doing it with the Ponta mascot for the Buffaloes. It's the Lion King cam. If you ever wanted to follow a cute Twitter account to see how the Buffaloes are doing, go look up Ponta. He posts his thoughts on every single Buffaloes game after the fact.
That's how I get my Buffalo scores, usually. It's through the Ponta account.
I mean, there are a few unofficial English accounts. I noticed that we've actually gained a couple new ones this season, including one for the Marines.
Yeah, but they don't have Ponta to let me know whether something good or bad happened.
That's true. "73 folks in the live chat ruining their sleep schedule with us. Thank you for doing so. I know you have a choice of insomnia-inducing activities, and we're grateful that you chose us. Keita Nakagawa flied out to center field in his first at-bat. This is his bobblehead day, actually. Select tickets will be able to get a Keita Nakagawa bobblehead. So who knows, maybe the bobblehead will give him some strength and we'll see him poke a second one over the fence. Fastball, inner corner, strike one. J Sonic from Reddit, can't go to bed until we see runs. Yes. Curveball floated. We haven't seen much of the curveball from Uehara. Ditto for the Shuto, come to think about it. Shuto's sort of the opposite of a slider in that it'll have glove side, arm side run instead of glove side run. Up the middle, Kami Kawabata collects. Good throw in time. That's a forkball grip, which is why Nakagawa topped that one directly into the dirt. J-Fit's asking, have you guys ever eaten any Nippon Ham food products? Not knowingly. I don't know if, like, Family Mart gets their chicken from them, or 7-Eleven gets their onigiri from them. Hard to say.
I have not knowingly, once again. I did have homemade pork curry rice, but I don't know if Nippon Ham was used in making that.
Mori scorches this one into the right field corner. That's going to be extra bases. We're going to test Manami's arm. Good throw into second, but it's cut off. Tomoya Mori with a one-out double. First extra base hit of the game for either club. There's that big leg kick. Yeah, it looks like he tomahawked that one. Martinez not quite able to get a hold of it. Yuma Tongu, a former catcher himself, converted to first base and has been playing some excellent defense there. It's going to be a real competition between him and David McKinnon for the Golden Glove over at first. Tongu may get the nod for the best nine, though, just because his stick has been a lot hotter. Swing and a miss, strike one. Fastball beats him inside.
Jay Fitz in the chat. I do watch the Koshin tournament every year.
I've caught a couple glimpses of it. In terms of other sponsor products, actually, instead of Nippon Ham, because the team plays in Sapporo, I've actually had some Sapporo beer recently. Drill to center field, Isobata collects it, and they will double off Mori at second. He was off and running and got caught in no man's land. Do we call that a toot blend, Mike, or not?
I would think more if you get caught in a rundown, that'd be more than that would be one.
Tomoya Mori jumps the gun, and we still have no score. At least the game's moving quickly. Through 4 scoreless here in the Midnight Matinee on the Pacific League English YouTube channel.
Speaking of moving quickly, did you know that the corporate league adopted a pitch clock?
No.
15
The
seconds.
Shikaijin League? Go figure.
15 seconds though.
That's brisk.
It's insane watching some of those games.
I just got a ping on Discord for something. Excuse me one moment. I need to tell them to be quiet. And do a little bit of extra promotion for our little broadcast here. There we go. replay, so you can see Isobata caught that. Maybe Mori thought that had a chance to squirt past him, or it was going to go over his head.
It's a bit of an odd mistake for someone like Mori to make. Like, of all players.
I mean, he is a former MVP, 3-time Best 9, 5-time All-Star. Manager Satoshi Nakajima, probably with some minor regrets. Pierre G. Hedgehog asking our opinions on the Marines' black summer jerseys. Oh, the Marines always ace it with the summer jerseys. Always,
they
always
have a good one.
Manami watches a curveball soar close to his letters. Ball one.
They have that one. They have one that was basically just a Hawaiian shirt. They had one from a few years before that where it was just blue with, like, seagulls all over it. They usually have a lot of good ones.
They've done the Miami Vice look a couple seasons. They had last one with, like, sort of a neon font. Manami had a pretty good All-Star Series this year, won MVP in Game 2, and a Brave Player Award in Game 1, so he's 4 million yen richer as a result. One reason for his success this year, he's learned how to walk. He was notable last season for having prodigious power, but a not so great on-base percentage. He's up almost 100 points year to year on his on-base. And as a result, he's able to get a lot more choice pitches to work with to drive. Fastball in, get me over fastball for strike one. Yes, Sage Shark, it is always nice to reflect on the merch you bring home. I still have a Tigers jersey I picked up from my Koshien game. That was a walk-off grand slam in extra innings. I'm never getting rid of it. Strike two thrown in there. Good cutter in on the knees. JP9. Unfortunately, you may have to go to third-party sellers. Ooh, that sails in. That's going to get Manami on the arm. That's a dead ball in Japanese terminology. And Manami cursing up a storm there. Ow. Of all the players you want to get injured, Manami is not one of them. Looks like he'll be able to shake it off, though. That at least was a curveball. Some angry tooting from the fighters Owendon, the cheer section. Ooh, right in the underarm. I thought that caught his padding on his arm there. No, that's going to be some bruised ribs.
All the padding and it never finds it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like it just, you know, repels it. You can use some third-party resellers or transshipment services from the official park or from the official team sites to get your merch. Nomura gives this one a ride into right center field. Chano collects. Throw into first. Will they get the double off? No. Manami back in time. Heads up base running there by Manami to try and stretch this one. Nomura, another one pitch, one out. Chano closing the right center gap. Good speed out in right field. Oh, sorry, that's Noguchi. My bad. Kamikawabata. 300 on base percentage. Runner at first. That's still Manami. One out here. Top of the fifth. Azuma, 60 pitches. That's a beautiful looking sinker. Kami Kawabata is always one of my favorite names to say. You can really just sort of bounce along with it. Oh, one on the way. Daigo Kami Kawabata back to Azuma. Goes to second for one. Kurebayashi gets the turn, not in time. Tongu saying, let's take a looky-loo. Manager Nakajima says, yeah, let's take a looky-loo. One of the most exciting instant replay themes you'll ever hear. And while we take a break for this instant replay, I mentioned that Mike is a bit of a Marines fan, but did you know that we've been able to retrieve exactly how much of a Marines fan from the vault? The Making the Pitch 2023 series was started this past off-season with Jimbo Bernicki interviewing some of the biggest fans in the Anglosphere of each of the 6 Pacific League teams. The Marines episode was missing up until recently. We unearthed it, and it's now up on the Pacific League English YouTube channel where you're watching this right now. We're working on getting the Eagles one released soon so that all 6 teams will have an interview to try and convince you to cheer for their club. How's that for a shameless plug?
My lore grows ever deeper.
Ooh, that's a tough call. I think Kami Kawabata might be out. Let's see what the replay reveals. Safe at first. And that means Nakajima just burnt his challenge.
I feel like this game has given us so many reaction images just from the Buffalo's manager alone. He's just been having a rough night so far.
Having a night. Having a night. So that'll be a runner at first. The runner this time is Nomura. Or is Kami Kawabata for Wang Po-jung. The nickname he acquired, the King, is also in relation to the kanji he uses. If I'm not mistaken, Mike, it's the same as a very famous Japanese player who also was of either Chinese or Taiwanese descent.
Yeah, one that hit 868 home runs. That
but
guy.
He played in the other league, so we can't really mention him that much.
Well, hey, but he is the president of the SoftBank Hawks.
Right, and he managed them too, so we can mention Sadaharu Oh. I didn't get a chance to go to the Oh Museum at Pepe Dome. Swing and a miss, strike one. Azuma reaching back for a little extra mustard on that one.
Actually, during his rookie year, when he was really struggling at the plate and with his power, they would actually mockingly chant his name, being that his Chinese name does mean king. I believe they would say the king of nothing or something similar to that.
Ooh, that's cruel. Chopped up the first base side, Tongu takes the knee, takes the out. And once again, we're halfway through and scoreless. Please, somebody score. Please.
Any moment now.
Any second now.
Well, they got rid of our scoreboard game because they just have the logos instead of a B and an F.
Yeah, that was at Pepe Dome.
Oh,
And there's
okay.
the schedule you'll see
stadiums
for
that have,
the remaining summer jerseys. They'll be wearing them at home against the Chiba Lotte Marines, the 25th, 6th, and 7th next weekend series. And then they'll be back to their usual uniforms at all times. Buffalo's cheer section getting into my favorite song of theirs. I'm trying to remember what the exact phrase is, but the English translation, as far as I can tell, is "to go beyond our wildest dreams."
Quite a title. I guess they did that last year.
They sure did. In fact, there was a an unofficial music video for their theme song Sky, which we will hear in the Lucky Seven, and it is my favorite among all the team anthems. Someone did a compilation of that, but they led off with the Sachukan, the hymn. Kana ubeki yume no sakie. Do they post the team anthems anywhere? You can find them on YouTube. There are a number of channels that will have them. I think the easiest way to access them would be to look up a website that specializes in Japanese baseball knowledge and access from there. Kurebayashi sends this one to the right center gap. Isobata has plenty of time. One out.
Well, if you couldn't pick the Orcs one, which one would be your favorite team anthem?
Eagles. Ganbare, ganbare, Rakuten. It's catchy. Gonzalez watches strike one sail past. Strikeout victim of Uehara in his first at-bat, batting .221 on the season, with 9 home runs at least. That's right back through the box, narrowly missing Uehara. Gonzalez aboard with a single. Whoa! I'd be worried about redirecting that one somewhere sensitive. With sticking my glove down to try and field that. Uehara, braver than me.
For a moment, I thought you were reacting to the Dragon Ball GT walk-up music.
I never watched that one.
I liked it. A lot of people hate it.
My parents teased me for watching the dubbed version of Dragon Ball Z because of all the screaming. Wakatsuki having an excellent season at the plate, 287 for someone who is more known as a defense-first catcher. He actually won the Best Battery Award in the Pacific League with Yoshinobu Yamamoto in 2021. Also in his trophy cabinet, a silver medal from the under-18 Samurai Japan team in the 2013 World Cup. PL Bizarro thought Gonzalez was Jose Bautista. Man, why you gotta bring up Joey Bats? Bautista just had his level of excellence plaque shown, or revealed last weekend here at Rogers Center. And at one point was rumored to come to Japan, but that never came to pass. I would have been over the moon. I think it was even the season I was doing my all 12 teams trip. Akatsuki flares this one to the backstop. 1-2 to count.
So what do they call the Rogers Center Wall of Fame? The level of excellence?
The level of excellence, because it's literally printed on one of the concrete spans between the levels.
Well, that sounds nicer than the Toyota Hall of Fame, which we have over here.
To be honest, the Jays could use a proper history exhibit. 1-2 on the way. Flared foul again. Uehara having one of his best starts this season so far. Both pitchers are, for that matter. Uehara took the loss last time he faced the Buffaloes back on April 7th. 3 runs, 2 earned over 5 innings pitched. But this match is his last start where he went 6 strong, allowing only 2 runs and striking out 4. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the other guy who had his number retired with the Blue Jays.
Oof.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. Besides, if there's one thing we can agree on, Mike, you and me both, Roy Halladay was amazing.
Yeah. Wish he was here a bit longer, but after all he did, by the time he was done, his arm was pretty much shot.
That should be a double play. Round the horn, Kiyomiya to Nadama on to first Martinez. Another facing the minimum. Both pitchers have been on their A games here in the Midnight Matinee. Through 5, it's scoreless. We're not even at 1:30 in the morning here on the East Coast. Furukawa.
My older brother was
Nadama.
actually at that no-hitter, by the way. Not
Postseason
jealous.
one?
The postseason one, yes. Not jealous, I swear.
I'm immensely jealous. I'll be jealous for you. Out-of-town scoreboard update. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks tied up the game in the bottom of the bottom of the third. It's bottom of the fourth with runners at first and second for, I believe that's Yanagi Machi at the plate. No, that's Ryoya Kurihara. Kenta Imamiya with his 7th home run of the season in the bottom of the third, a solo shot to tie things up at PayPay Dome. The Hawks are threatening to take the lead. That score is 1-1. If you want to check out that game instead of this one, our feelings won't be hurt. You can watch it for free at watchdingo.com if you're located in North America. Just go to watchdingo.com and look for the Baseball Network. You'll be able to watch this game as well as the other one live with no commentary.
Oh, we actually share 2 members of respective team Hall of Fames. Pat Gillick.
That's right! The architect of the Blue Jays' best clubs. The Bees girls getting their dance on. I'm going to take this opportunity and grab some extra hydration. Make sure you're staying hydrated while watching our broadcast too.
And to everyone in the chat, if you have not already told us where you're watching from, go ahead and please do. We like to keep a running total of where everyone's at from around the world.
All right, looks like we're getting our mid-game recap. These are the highlights if you're just joining us late. Kohei Azuma getting things started early. Deflects this one off his glove, so Nadama is able to get to first safely, but that was the only blemish. He advances to second on the sacrifice. Strikes out Kiyomiya to strand Isobata at second base. Uehara's been matching him pitch for pitch, though. Gets in a jam, runners at the corners. Gets Mori to fly out to left. Not deep enough to advance Mune and score. Good play there by Yuki Nomura. If he's a third baseman, you know he's got a good arm. Tongu. Chopper to third. Kiyomiya handles it just fine. Martinez reaches for it, but gets the out. Monami, harmless fly out to Chano. Bit of a dome scraper there. Turns his attention to Nomura, strikes out. Kami Kawabata also a victim. Not a bad day for the 23-year-old right-hander. Martinez grounds out to Mune. No one's accusing Martinez of being fleet of foot, though. Kiyomiya catches a hanging breaking ball. That right to Chano. Mori with the only extra base hit of the game so far. A seeing guy double into the right field corner. Tongu lines to center field. Isobata makes the grab and successfully doubles off Mori, who maybe forgot how many outs there were. That's your highlights. Pierre is trying to get me to quiet up about something in regards to this game. Not sure what's going on. I mean, it's not a no-hitter situation. Both teams have had multiple hits.
Yeah, I was just wondering that too. I thought I missed something.
I mean, both of them are solid. Kohei Azuma going up for the 6th inning. Given how the game's been going, I think you give him as many innings as you can. Lord knows the Buffaloes have their fair share of good arms in the bullpen. Yuki Utagawa, WBC champion, among them. Yoshihisa Hirano, former major leaguer. I think Jacob Waguespack has moved back to the rotation, but he could be available on short notice as well. Jarrell Cotton. 64 pitches, 4 strikeouts, just the 1 walk and 2 hits allowed. And he's been efficient with his pitch use. A lot of 1 pitch, 1 outs. Hey, Wesley, fellow Ontarian. How's it going, eh? Watching from our nation's capital. So, I have to ask, Mike, what?
Yeah, I was getting a
sorry.
snack from my Japanese snack cabinet.
Yeah, sorry, my brain just briefly froze. We brought this up on the podcast a while ago. You still covet that signed baseball card, right? What about like wearable merch? Anything you're missing?
Well, I would like a Roki Sasaki jersey. I don't have one of those yet.
Ooh, yeah, I can get that.
Some other league things, most likely. I would like a Charlie Manuel Kintetsu throwback jersey. I'd have to get that custom made because they don't do OBs.
Oh man, the old school Buffaloes fit was amazing. When I'm over there in Japan, cool. I said this on the latest episode of the podcast. I gotta get me an old school Kintetsu Buffaloes cap. Furukawa, the catcher for today's game, skies this one foul, 1-1. Speaking of which, if you want to get your hands on some Pacific League merchandise, go to the most recent episode of the podcast. You'll be able to access it from this YouTube channel where we talk about which items we covet. We ask you what items and merchandise you covet from Pacific League. And let us know what you're after and say, yes, I want to buy some PL merch. In fact, the Pacific League themselves have merchandise. I wouldn't mind getting a PA Pacific League cap. I know we missed the podcast this week, but we'll be back next week once our schedules are fixed.
You know what I would really like? The old PL or CL umpire hats.
Ooh, that's an interesting fit. I dig it. I may have to get a PA katakana cap. And that's also why our podcast is called the PA-cast. Azuma zooms this one high. Count is full. Freak Show is God. They have had 2 hits so far today. So it's... No, yeah, so there have been hits. Ooh, that looked like it might have caught his foot. Furukawa fouls it with a launch angle of like -60. Wait, do we have we got an umpire cam tonight. That's so cool.
So we had this the whole time?
Shidai, you've been hiding the goods on us, man. Full count pitch on the way. That's sent soaring to deep right field. Chano on the track makes the grab. That's the hardest hit and deepest fly ball we've seen so far today. Furukawa giving it a ride. Just misses connection with the wall. Curveball in for a strike. Highway speed right there. Taiki Narama, the rookie.
I was about to say, after that
1 for
close-up,
2 today.
a poorly timed foul ball right there would be very unfortunate.
It would make me, like, it would be excellent footage until the camera breaks, though.
Yeah.
So glad we're not broadcasting in 3D.
VR broadcast win.
That's an excellent question. I do not know. Scorched foul over the screen. Tokyo Dome is actually one of the newer ballparks in NPB. The place opened, if I'm not mistaken, in 2000. It's this place, then Hiroshima's ballpark, and just opened this year, the Fighters' new ballpark, Escon Field Hokkaido in Kita, Hiroshima. I just got a tweet from fellow Canadian and YouTuber, A Dose of Buckley. He's tuned into our broadcast. Good to have you watching and enjoying the game. 2-2 on the way. Called strike 3. 153 on the radar gun. Right down Broadway. Or in Japanese, maybe Chuodori. 95 on the radar gun. Azuma's starting to beef up his velo. My scouting report must be out of date. Cutter misses away, ball 1. Pair of groundouts to the... so far for Isobata. Inside for ball 2. See, Mike, you got the brains and actually opened this up in a separate browser tab. I'm watching on my phone, and I'm watching my battery life go down.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, I gotta leave the live chat for a sec. Whoopsie! Like, did Shidai only give us the rights for watching this just for that this inning or something? Up the middle, going to be a tough play. No play, in fact. Isobata's aboard. First hit of the game for him. Another dangerous base running threat.
Now, fun fact about Shirai here. We don't see it very often. Definitely not as much as you see in other leagues, but Shirai actually leads the umpires in ejections with 17. And that's career.
I was not aware. Here's Ariel Martinez. He's registered as a catcher, and he does occasionally take a few games behind the plate, but I think his conversion to first base has been working quite well. 2 out, runner on first. Azuma slider, strike 1. Might have been a fast curve, in fact. Tongu keeping a very close eye on Isobata. 16 stolen bases so far for Ryota. Taking a pretty big lead out there, almost daring him to try and pick him off. To quote Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Fastball outside, ball 1. Wesley Kelly asking, are there any Canadians currently playing in NPB? Not to my knowledge. Andrew Albers was briefly a member of the Oryx Buffaloes. Of course, Scott
like
Matheson for the other league. The Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame has got to be calling his number at some point.
Albers actually got the coveted multi-year contract from a Japanese team. Usually foreigners are on one-year deals.
Aiden, Marlon Gonzalez has been doing okay. 9 home runs, batting around 220-something. Close pickoff attempt there. Foreign batters always have an adjustment period when they're coming to Japan, especially from the majors. I honestly think batters coming from Cuba fare a lot better. You look at Despine, Gracial, Martinez. Less of an adjustment period for those guys. Isabata off and running. That's chopped on the ground. No play at second. Kurebayashi will throw on to first. Martinez with a sacrifice hit. Never mind, that's the third out of the inning. Tsuyoshi Shinjo does not like this post.
He downvoted us.
He disliked
Not my
us?
karma.
I'm going to have a word with him. Yes, I have Shinjo on speed dial.
We have a red Shinjo button.
It'll be Chano Noguchi Mune up in the bottom of the 6th. And I hope you got your singing voices, because next inning, not only will the Buffaloes have their anthem, so will the Fighters. Another distinctly Japanese baseball trend. The road team gets their own 7th inning stretch song. Let's quickly look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It looks like the Lions managed to wriggle out of a bases-loaded jam. Still tied at 1s in the bottom of the 5th. Wataru Matsumoto has been doing a job. Mimori's up at the plate right now. 7 hits for the Lions, 4 for the Hawks. The only other Pacific League game going on today is at Rakuten Mobile Park, Miyagi, as the Eagles host the Marines. $83 pitches, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 3 hits for Kohei Azuma. The Brain Trust trying to figure out how many more innings do you give a 23-year-old young arm. You get a good look at the bullpen camera. The bullpens aren't exposed here at Kyocera Dome. Doesn't look like anyone's warming, so kid's gonna eat. Chano, 1 pitch, 1 swing. Into foul territory. Nomura's going to give it a look. That's into the exciting seats. Aiden Davila asking if Yoshinobu Yamamoto has come to the majors this offseason. He has requested to be posted. It's up to the Buffaloes to make the call or not. I mean, there's very little left for him to do in NPB. Back-to-back Sawamuras, back-to-back MVPs in the Pacific League, back-to-back Triple Crowns, and a Japan Series championship last season. 0-2 count on Noguchi. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Short work of Uehara. Noguchi only appeared in 54 games last season. He's so far played in 1 more this year. Registered as an infielder, so he does occasionally play some shortstop. But the positional flexibility is always handy when constructing a lineup. 4 straight strikes now for Uehara. 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far today. Swing and a miss. Uehara starting to ramp up the fastball velocity there. Summer K Festival, says Cyhart. Yup. And true, Pierre, that is like the last thing, winning a third straight Triple Crown, setting league history. Chopped foul. Oh my goodness, that's a close play. Squirts past Kami Kawabata and Kiyomiya. And that'll ruin the immaculate inning attempt for Uehara. Noguchi aboard with 1 out. Kiyomiya, not normally a third baseman. Kamikawa, did that deflect off Kiyomiya's mitt? That's a demon hop if I ever saw one. Right over Daigo Kamikawabata. One out, runner on. This is exactly why you have Yuma Mune batting in the 2 spot. He will try his best to avoid the double play. I think he got an all-star nod this season, if memory serves. Mike, do you remember?
I believe he did. I don't know if it was the first round of voting. It might have been the... No, I think it was the first round of voting. The second round was the makeup round, wasn't it?
I think so,
That's
yeah.
when Yamamoto got in.
Yeah. So that'll be back-to-back all-star nods for Mune then. Courtesy check-in on Noguchi. Trying to remember if Noguchi has some speed in his arsenal. Two stolen bases so far on the year for Tomoya Noguchi. I think Sage Sharky wants to get more at-bats for Wang Po-jung in at DH. He's having a pretty good series. Curve floated high. Ball 1. Thank you, East Bay, for providing some information. Another unexpected, or another pitcher who may get posted from these fighters, Naoyuki Uwasawa. 2 other Pacific Leaguers named: Lions starter Koma Takahashi and his flowing mane, and Eagles closer Yuki Matsui. Feels like this one's a bit of a protracted at-bat here. Uehara ready. 1-0 on the way, chopped up the middle. Uehara flings to second, Kamikawabata onto first in time. 1-6-3 double play. Through 6, still scoreless. Get your singing voices out. It's the Fighters Anthem, Susume Faitazu. Yeah, gotta love the Lucky 7. So I did some double checking in between, or during the break there. This is a career high for innings for Kohei Azuma. He has not pitched past the 6th in any of his starts this season or last with the top club. So we're in uncharted territory for the young 23-year-old. Again, he was selected in the developmental draft, and to see him perform this well with a top club, the continuing saga of the Oryx Buffaloes have a pitching lab between Yamaoka, Yamashita, Yamasaki, Yamamoto, Miyagi, and now Azuma.
What are they feeding them down there in Osaka?
Kalbi chips.
I'd believe it.
Swing and a miss. Some extra rosin off that one. It'll be interesting to see how short of a leash Azuma has. Beautiful looking breaking ball for strike 2. Kiyomiya 0 for 2 today. Looked like a changeup. Kiyomiya had that mini breakout last season with a 734 OPS and 18 home runs, as well as an all-star MVP nod. 0-2 on the way, forkball in the dirt.
Now, obviously you want to win every game, but Oryx is playing a last-place team. They're not playing a team that threatens them in the standings, and I mean, we're approaching the end of August into September. I wouldn't be surprised if they just want to see how long you can go, and if he gives up some runs, oh well.
I mean, they've already at least tied the series. Yesterday's game was a win for the Buffaloes, and game 1 of the series was a 12-inning 1-1 tie.
And back to Shiraikan.
Shidai vision. One-two on the way from Azuma to Kiyomiya. Fastball outside for ball 2. Bit of a spoil pitch there. You got a good glimpse at the 20th anniversary patch on the shoulder of the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters jersey there. That's 20 years in Sapporo. Azuma can't stab this one, but Kurebayashi does in time. Shortstop spinorama. It's one of the things Kurebayashi is famous for. Let's take a look at the replay here. Right back through the box. Azuma doesn't deflect it at all. Marwin Gonzalez has to hit the deck. Good stretch by Tongu.
Another
Azuma.
top 20 contender from this game, I think.
Possibly. Azuma seems to be getting a little tired out there. It looks like he's having trouble keeping his eyes open. One away. Curveball, chop foul by Manami. Someone pointed this out on Twitter. There was a game the Fighters had against the Marines. I think it was a multi-hit game for Manami, 3-hit game, a Moda show. The second of those hits was off the end of his bat, and it made the most adorable little punk noise. I'll point it out next time we do a podcast.
Punk.
A punk cast, yes. The clip's up on this YouTube channel, by the way, if you wanted to watch that in between. Buffalo's lead Pacific League of names of players with Yama. Possibly. Saint Shark being a part of the Marines' Lucky 7 last month. Yeah, once you're in an Owen-Don, especially the Marines, that's your ride or die team. I've sat in the Tigers Owen-Don and the Eagles Owen-Don. Manami scorches this one. If it's fair, it's long gone. Upper deck foul. Gadzooks. I got your launch angle right here. No punk on that one.
Oh, Oh, that was a funny sound.
Cyhart is just dying in the chat here for something. Swing and a miss. Azuma gets Manami to chase. Slow-mo on the Shirai vision. Manami just misses the fastball.
So, like,
Two
honest
down
question
here.
on the Shirai vision, did they just, like, forget to put the camera on his helmet or something? Because it just showed up, like, mid-game.
I don't know. Maybe they were having issues with the GoPro configuration.
Maybe.
Wi-Fi Janai. 11 home runs for Yuki Nomura. 0-1 the count here. Another curveball. He's been scouting those well, but Marwin Gonzalez is going to wave off Chino to the bottom of the 7th, and the Buffaloes' lucky 7. Aha, Oriku's Buffaloes. It's sky time here at Kyocera Dome on the Midnight Matinee. I am such a giant Oryx nerd, I actually came up with my own translated lyrics for Sky. I'm not going to share them until I get permission to. Speaking of permission, now's as good of a time as any to remind you that this broadcast is the copyrighted content of Pacific League TV and the 6 Pacific League teams. It cannot be redistributed or rebroadcast without the official consent of Pacific League Marketing. Besides, the archive's going to be up online after we're done here. Why would you need to rebroadcast it? Keita Nakagawa 1 for 2 today. Still waiting for the bobblehead power to show up. Kiyomi Matic. I don't know if it may be next Buffaloes game. I may have to see if I could do it on a podcast, though. Uehara up for his 7th inning of work. I mean, this is a new career high for him. And Lord knows the fighters have a decent bullpen, too. Seiji Tanaka, Miyanishi. Send into center field. Isobata squeezes it. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Okay, this is not a career, season high yet. On June 28th, Kenta Uehara went 7 innings, scoreless against the Seibu Lions, but the team lost the game that day. Uehara took the no decision. Tomoya Mori up for the third time. 1 for 2 with a double and a bit of a base running blunder. That uppercut swing is so good. I mean, we haven't really gotten into the lineup or the accomplishments from Mori yet. Like Mune, he actually played in the Australian Baseball League for a couple seasons. 2019 Pacific League MVP, 3-time Best 9, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Best Battery, 2-time All-Star MVP, and was on that same under-18 team as Kenya Wakatsuki that won silver. Mori grounds it right to Kami Kawabata. Good throw, another high one, but Martinez corrals it, 2 down. Cyhart, you got those honk ball stats? I will always say honk ball because it is my favorite baseball term. More honk on the honk ball. Yuma Tongu held off the base paths so far. Batting average down to 317. Taking a look at the other game. Yanagita is now only .008 behind him. And Kondo's only .008 behind Yanagita. Two straight fastballs outside, count is 2-0. Lions have leapt out to a 3-1 lead at PayPay Dome. That score is still top of the 6th. Taura into the game. Azuma looking on. Will he get an 8th inning? Young arm, not a lot of mileage on it yet, but also, like, do you really want to burn it out? Big swing and a miss from Tongu. Couldn't catch up to the high heat. Sage Shark, yeah, the 2019, or I think that was the 2020 stripe, so the 2021. I remember that jersey. Uehara with a curveball. We haven't seen that one too much. You know, late snack is not a bad idea, J-Fits. So, Mo Muntz. Japan does not have buffalo. They do have cattle, but not buffalo. They got the name because they wanted something a little more intimidating than pearls. Because the team owner used to be, grew up in Mie Prefecture, where there were a lot of pearl divers. So they switched to something a little more intimidating, and that's how they got buffaloes. Full count. Sent skyward, deep to left. Nomura's going to give it a look in the corner. Through 7, we remain scoreless. 7 innings in 2 hours. How's that for pace of play? Kamikawabata, Wong, and Furukawa coming up in the top of the 8th. Looks like Nakajima's having a quick chat with Shirai. You know that phrase, if the fans know the umpire's name, that... Actually, that's not even true. There are now, that's the case for good umpires in the majors now.
Not only do they not have any native buffaloes, they also do not have any native tigers, which I found odd considering how ingrained into a lot of their ancient art they are. I always thought that one was a bit odd.
It's a nice view from back here. Man, I wish I was in Japan.
What do you have, another month and a half, 2 months?
Yep. New pitcher into the game for the Oryx Buffaloes. That'll close the book on an incredible start by Kohei Azuma. 7 scoreless innings. New pitcher into the game, Nobuyoshi Yamada. Drafted in the 3rd round in 2010 out of Tsuruga Keihi High School. Yamada's been a stalwart member of the Buffaloes bullpen for the last few seasons. There you see the final stat line for Azuma. 91 pitches, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Probably getting a chat with Tateyama. That was Uehara, my bad. He's also gone 7 innings, 91 pitches. All right, and we've got a pinch hitter coming up for the Fighters to deal with a new pitcher coming into the game. Yamada's having a pretty good season this year. 1.16 ERA in 23 1/3 innings pitched. Only 3 earned runs against 20 strikeouts and 6 walks. Last season was a bit of a road bump, but the season before, 2021, 43 2/3 innings with 2.27 ERA. But he's up against last year's batting champion in Go Matsumoto. Pinch hitting for Daigo Kamikawabata. That was an interesting chat. What was Wakatsuki pleading his case with Shirai? Matsumoto,
Good idea.
Matsumoto not quite in batting champion form this season, but he did win Best 9 in the outfield last year. His defensive play has definitely improved. That's fouled off the feet. Count is 0-2. So interesting. Azuma was a righty for so long. So Shinjo going for the platoon split, subbing out the righty Kamikawabata against the lefty Yamada for a stronger right-handed bat in Go Matsumoto. I know the Little League World Series is going on right now in Pennsylvania, Williamsport. And sure enough, Go Matsumoto played on the 2006 Little League World Series team, which finished 2nd. Wakatsuki tries the frame job, doesn't quite get the call there. Pitch is inside, or set up inside, bounced in the dirt. Say Shark, I have not lived in Japan. I've visited 3 times though. Mike's visited once himself.
I have visited twice.
Twice, my bad.
I would live there, but my job applications keep getting rejected. With gusto.
2-2 on the way. And I want to talk to JP9's question in between innings. Matsumoto flares to right. Chano on the run. Bounces foul. Ball boy bailed out in the nick of time. Gotta dig the socks, by the way. Chano sporting the high socks, so you can see the OB logo is on the hosiery as well as the cap. And J-Fits, they are playing on turf. Only a handful of ballparks in NPB have real grass. Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi in Sendai, one of them. I don't think Escon Field Hokkaido has it, but I could be wrong. Oh, and Hotomoto Field Kobe, which is the Buffalo's alternate home ballpark. Because occasionally, the Tigers from the other league need to take over Kyocera Dome. 2-2 on the way from Yamada. Sent foul again. We got a bit of a battle here. Thank you, Sage Shark. Kentucky Bluegrass. I mean, I know Populous had their hands in architecting the place. Makes sense. And with all the natural light coming in from center field, no issue of an Astrodome grass death situation. 2-2 on the way. Oh no, we're entering the Toshiki Abe zone.
Twilight Zone theme playing in my head.
Well, that contact skill was what gave Go Matsumoto a 350 batting average last season for the Fighters. Real breakout season for Go. Bunch of shakeoffs from Yamada. Nobody out here. 2-2 on the way. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Outside with a fastball. Full count. Fun out-of-town scoreboard update for the Lions fans. They're putting the screws to the Hawks at the moment. Top of the 6th is still not over. 5 runs in that inning. 16 hits for the Lions so far today. That's on the ground. Collected by Marvin Gonzalez on to first in time. The battle ends in Yamada's favor. Man, this game is definitely going along at a good clip. Wangpo Jun 1 for 2 today, boosting his season average to 4 for 9. Skied into foul territory. Wakatsuki and Tongu are going to give it a look. Wakatsuki grabs it 1 pitch, 1 out. After the protracted battle that was almost getting into the Abe zone, I'll take it. You know, depending on when this game wraps up, I may actually stay up a little bit and watch that comedy competition over on Bees TV. Uehara still going. He's warming up, and he'll be coming in for the bottom of the 8th. Impressive showing from Uehara. Called strike with a fastball, and Furukawa did a little bit of a frustration hop there, you could tell. Hey, Sonny, let's keep it between the lines there. Inside. Did he go? No. So I admit I have a soft spot for Yudai Furukawa, but not because of his catching skill. Last season in the top 20 plays, he made a throw from right field to home plate that was absolutely Ichiro-esque. Total frozen rope.
what was that, laser beam that went right to third and threw the guy out who was trying to get there?
That
Like
was
that play?
kind of like that. Like, no hop, right to the catcher, dead meat. We featured it as the top play in a top 20 plays in the same week that Cody Ponce threw a no-hitter. Full count on the way from Yamada. 2 away here. Furukawa waiting for a pitch he can drive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yamada busts out the fastball to get through the bottom of this fighter's order. Kurebayashi, Gonzalez, and Wakatsuki. And Kenta Uehara going into the 8th for the first time this season.
So what's your prediction as to how the game will end? I'm going walk-off home run by the Buffaloes.
I'm going 0-0 tie. I've never seen a tie live, man.
Really?
I've seen, yeah, like I've been to about 15 games in person, plus all the midnight matinees. Never seen a tie.
There was one that sticks out in my mind when I first started watching. A pitcher for the Marines was going for a complete game shutout, actually, and it went to a 3-2 count with the bases loaded while they were away. So the last pitch of the game, pretty much, and he got the strikeout.
Nice. So, going back to why do teams not wear road gray uniforms? Some do. Mostly in the other league where they're more staid and traditional and that sort of thing. I like the team color road uniforms. I think it's a really neat look. Heck, I'm wearing one right now for the Buffaloes, that beautiful navy fit. I mean, Uehara has been effective. 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Checking in, Haruka Yamada at shortstop, replacing Daigo Kamikawabata. Not a double switch, though. Go Matsumoto will continue to have the rest of the day off. Kurebayashi 0 for 2 today. Good offense from the normally defense-minded shortstop so far this season. 8 home runs, 277 batting average. Part of that young core that the Buffaloes are hoping will continue to carry the torch now that Masataka Yoshida has left. Sharply hit grounder. Nadama comes up with it. Beautiful play. Youngster on youngster violence.
I honestly thought Yoshida leaving would have a bigger effect on Oryx, but honestly, they have not skipped a step at all.
Well, you sign a former MVP to fill the gap, and yeah.
But he has spent some time on the injured list, however.
And then, Tongu has spent some time, Mori did spend some time on the injured list with a right leg injury. And then you also had Tongu's breakout. A lot of things coming right for once. Gonzalez sharply hit Kiyomiya. High throw, that's been yeeted into the stands. Or at least off the netting. So, Kiyomiya, remember, came up as a first baseman. He's getting some experience at third here. The arm is strong, but this one's an airmail. Nice sail on it, though.
Hey, man, if that was an outfield throw, that'd be an out.
Looks like we're going to be getting a pinch runner. Marwin Gonzalez's day is over. Confab on the mound while we wait for announcement of who the pinch runner will be. Hawks get one back. Guess who? Yuki Yanagita with his 17th home run of the season. A solo shot in the bottom of the 6th. Hawks down 6-2 to the Saitama Seibu Lions.
That's like a tungsten arm newsreel.
Pinch runner into the game for the Buffaloes. I'm trying to figure out who that is. That would be Sho Gibo, who will probably take over at second base. Gibo's only 22 years old. Picked up in the 5th round of the 2019 player draft. Doing pretty well so far in limited playtime. 292 batting average. Over 44 games. Uehara, 94 pitches so far. Wakatsuki swings and misses over a breaking ball. Whoosh. Looks like Leandro Cedeno standing on deck as a pinch hitter for the Buffaloes. He would check in to replace Chano. Plenty of outfielders available off the bench if needed. I have a Yuki Yanagita jersey. I want to have a jersey of a future Hall of Famer, you know? Ditto for why I have Yamamoto's.
So how many jerseys do you have?
I have 9 at this point. 3 from the other league and 1 for each of the PL clubs. Shogo Nakamura, the Yamamoto jersey I mentioned. My Eagles one's a Masahiro Tanaka. I got a Lions one, unnumbered. And for the Fighters, Hiromi Ito in their road jersey. Wakatsuki sends the 0-1 offering out of play.
I have Shogo Nakamura, home pinstripes for Chiba. I also have a 2018 black away jersey for Mike Bolsinger.
Borushinga, yes, the ramen god.
And an unnumbered Cebu jersey. I regret the Bolsinger jersey. Not for anything he did, but it's an interesting story with that one.
I gotta get a foreigner jersey at some point. I really do. Maybe a Tuffy retro throwback if I can find one. This one sent into right field up the line. Easy play for Manami, and they're not going to test that arm. This would be the bottom of the 8th, Keith Davidson. Eight of you now watching. Thank you all for joining us here. Speaking of developmental players registered with the big league club, Leandro Cedeno was formerly a member of the Cardinals organization, signed out of Venezuela as an international free agent, joined the Diamondbacks in 2022, and this season is his first with the Oryx Buffaloes. In 39 games, he's batting .256 with 8 home runs.
We had his first home run on a Baseball for Breakfast broadcast, I believe, a few weeks back. I think it was a 3-run shot.
Cyhart, this one may actually be a draw. Who can say where the ball goes, where the time goes?
You didn't just do that, did you?
I'm sorry. I have a fictional Japanese player in one of my baseball games with the first name of Enya. And I had to nickname him the Orinoco Flow.
My first grade teacher used to play Enya nonstop, so it's all burned into my brain.
Cedeno flares this one out of play. Oh no!
Oh dear.
Folks, some minor technical difficulties. Let's see. One moment, please, while our producer refreshes the screen.
So, what's everybody in the chat doing? How's it going?
Oh my. That's not good.
That's bad.
This is the first time we've really run into this issue, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Leandro Cedeno has crashed the game. We got some help, some tech help in the chat. Try like an Alt F5 or something. Oh. No, wow. This is first time we've run into this issue. Well, folks, this is awkward. Let's try bouncing over to the Lions-Hawks game for a little bit. Oh, all right. When in doubt, close and restart. Hey, we're back. All right, I think we got to turn off the commentators. Producer folks. It looks like Cedeno was an out. Yoshihisa Hirano will be entering the game in the top of the ninth. It's not a safe situation.
昨日のゲームベンチ外れて前回の登板は8月18日、おととい1対1でファイターズに引き分けたゲーム。マウンドに上がって同点の状況で1イニングを無失点に抑えてホールドがついています。
So Hirano has been So Hirano has been absolutely dominant.
まあ残り試合考えて十分にあり得る数字ですよね。
今日はセーブがつかない状況でのマウンドとなりますが、平野投手安定したピッチングを続けて、ここまで防御率が皆さん0点台です。
ね、すごいですね。まあ時折ねランナー出してちょっと苦しむ場面もあるんですけど、やっぱりこうなんでしょう。本当この百戦錬磨の技というかね。フォークボールでも一番振りたいところにバッターが振り出そうなところに投げれる。その大事なところでそこに投げれるっていうやっぱそこの技がすごいですよね。
バファローズ、はい、ごめんなさい。バファローズの守備の交代です。ダイソーの義母がそのまま守備についてセカンド。
Alright, so I'm just going to talk over the Japanese
代打のセデーニに代わって
commentators.
小田が入ってレフトとなっています。
Ah, there we go. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're back. Apologies for that, folks. So I was saying, Yoshihisa Hirano has been having an absolutely dominant season so far. 20 saves with a sub-1 ERA. Getting to work here against Narama. Batting for the fourth time today. A lot of trust being placed in this rookie. Defensive changes. Shogibo checking in at second base. Yuya Oda in left field. Replacing Tokumasa Cheno. Big swing and a miss. And yes, Keith Davidson, this game will end in a tie if neither team scores in 12 innings. This game's had a little bit of everything, so who can say? 1-2 on the way. Narama grounds out to Kudebayashi. Hurries the throw. Whoa! Narama is safe. Sprawling play, loses his helmet. That's going to be scored an error on either Kudebayashi or Tongu. Throw was up the line. Tongu had to try and make a play here. Let's watch on the replay. We're getting a little bit of everything.
I feel like you could even put an error on the runner there, too.
Ooh. Yeah, no tag Tongu. Narama is safe.
That's a
Leadoff
bad
man's
nickname.
aboard. Man, M. Smith, don't tease me about ramen. I could really go for a bowl right now.
That's the magic word.
Isobata squares the bunt. Throw from Hirano is high. And yes, that is the Yoshihisa Hirano who played in the majors with the Diamondbacks. Martinez waits on deck. Looms, maybe. Isobata squares the bunt. That soars out of play. Wakatsuki gave it a look, but that's a little too far. Tsuyoshi Shinjo. It's interesting to see that he's still masking up. It's part of his appeal, I think.
Maybe it's like his secret technique when he pulls the mask down, though. Like when it's time to do some real management.
Either that, or he's got some bad acne issues and he just doesn't want to show. 1-1 on the way. Bunted foul again. We seem to be gaining steam and gaining viewers. My guess is all the MLB games are done for the day. Baby monkey debacle. Do not question Big Boss. Of course not. He's got more sartorial sense in his pinky than I have in my entire body. Missed bunt for strike 3. Shirai makes the call. Good fork ball by Hirano. Isobata, not an Isobunta. We're past 2:30 in the morning. I get to break out the bad puns. Let's go.
Oh, I had a couple on one of the breakfast broadcasts.
Martinez, hot shot right to Mune. To first, or to second. Gibo makes the turn. Double play. Lot of getsus so far tonight. First walk-off opportunity for the Buffaloes as Tsuyoshi Shinjo goes to scream in the sink. Noguchi, Mune, and Nakagawa.
So where is the best ramen that you've had?
Ooh, that's tough.
On my most recent trip to Japan, I found a place by my hotel / apartment / whatever it was, just called Tonkatsu Ramen, and they had the best ramen eggs I've ever had, and I've had a lot of them.
I honestly can't remember. They've all been so good. Like, Toronto is a ramen city. We've got outposts for Santoka and Sansote and Aji-san. We've got plenty.
Rub it in, why don't you?
And Ikosha from Fukuoka. The one thing we don't have is an Ichiran.
We have a couple of places called Rai Rai, which is a reference to Tampopo, I believe. Good movie. look over at the chat, and all I see are a mountain of F's in the chat. I'm so confused. What did I miss?
Scroll up. It's in condolences to a longtime broadcaster in a different sport, Rick Jenneret of the Buffalo Sabres. The man who gave us Mayday, Mayday, Brad May, and Pat La 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 Fontaine.
I will give a verbal F because I'm signed into the channel account right now. So, but F indeed.
All right, Noguchi, 1 for 3 today. Ground out, strikeout, and a successful line drive single. Uehara going for the complete game. That was his 101st pitch. Only one runner has made it to third safely, and he was stranded there. Both teams are over with runners in scoring position. In fact, I don't think the Fighters have had a runner in scoring position since the first. Noguchi will spike this one foul. 1-2 the count. Uehara is probably feeling as tired as I feel right now. That green tea is keeping me conscious. But as people have noted, my commentary speed slows the later the game goes. We may actually be able to finish this one up before the 3 a.m. start over at Rakumo.
Powerpuff Girls phone case. Huh. Didn't expect to see that.
They had a Japanese only. They had a Japanese produced anime. That looks like it's going to be a really good pitching matchup over at in Sendai. Takahiro Norimoto, one of the legendary Eagles pitchers, versus Kazuya Ojima, one of the stronger pitchers in the Marines rotation. You'll be able to watch that game, well, not with us, but with WatchDingo.com, as Kiyomiya picks up the pop fly, one away. If you're located in North America, or failing that, if you are located in anywhere else in the world, PacificLeague.com, no blackouts, every single Pacific League game, including the farm teams, and a broadcast archive on demand going back over a decade. Only 1,500 yen per month. Visit PacificLeague.com for more information. Almost got through the whole broadcast without doing the shameless plug. I'm off my game today. Yuma, what? 0 for 2 with a walk today. 312 on base. 2 home runs on the season. Uehara spikes a forkball. Count is 1-1. Ah, yes, you're right, Koyomi-matic. Due to GDPR, EU folks cannot create an account. But you can still watch previous broadcasts without an account, if I'm not mistaken. J-Sonic, no. I was able to subscribe with my North American credit card. Two-one on the way from Uehara. 110th pitch of the game. Chopped up to second base. Nadama fumbles it. Does he recover in time? Yes. This is some real Japanese pitch count stuff going on. Good body block by Nadama. I play a lot of second base in softball, and I could stand to take some notes. I could count on both hands the number of balls that have squirted below my mitt. potentially extras. 1 for 3 day for Keita Nakagawa. $11 home runs, so he does have the power to end this with one swing of the at-bat. Nat 2V predicting extras. Into foul territory, deep into foul. I mean, we've seen some long fly balls earlier today. Chusei Manami scorching one to the top deck in foul territory. That is like Edwin Encarnacion territory. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Uehara still able to get into the low 90s on the radar gun. I gotta go for a rehydration break once this inning's over. Nakagawa sends it foul again. We got ourselves a little bit of a scrap here. Nakagawa not going quietly into that night. Breaking ball low, ball 2. I know we were talking about foreign players a while ago. There was an interesting little clip posted by the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks official Twitter. Nakagawa sends this one skyward. Not deep enough. Yamada parks under it. Free baseball in this free stream. To the top of the 10th we go. Kiyomiya, Manami, and Nomura. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. My goodness. Anyways, as I was saying, interesting clip posted by the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks on Twitter earlier this weekend. They got a guest to do a pump-up motivational speech. The king of closers himself, Dennis Sarfate.
Glad to see that he's still doing stuff with the Hawks organization.
Absolutely. Although he's grown out quite the shaggy beard. And I have to rate it PG-13. He has one very audible cuss word. Got some good chuckles out of the Hawks players, at least. Out-of-town scoreboard update. Thanks to the 16 hits by the Lions and the 8 hits by the Hawks, that game is still in the bottom of the 7th. Lions lead 6-2.
"16 hits and they've only scored 6 runs? That's a lot of hits." Well, to everybody in the chat, put your prediction in the chat box. How is the game going to end? Is it going to tie? Who's going to win? It's going to be a walk-off? Who's going to hit the walk-off? Let us know what you think it'll be. If you're right, I'll say good job to you.
Apologies for the radio silence, folks. I had to go get some rehydration. And as you could hear from the cheer in the crowd, Soichiro Yamazaki entering the game. One of the more dependable arms in this Buffalo's bullpen. Utagawa, Hirano, and him. 1.3 ERA over 41 2/3 innings pitched. 51 strikeouts, 23 holds, and 6 saves. So Hirano got his inning, Yamada got his inning. Now it's Yamazaki. He pitched yesterday, picking up the save in that game, his 6th of the season. This will be his 3rd appearance in 4 games. He has recorded a hold or a save in each of his last 15 appearances. Last time he didn't get one, back on June 10th against the Bay Stars. And there he is coming out of the bullpen. Turned down full. What? Someone with a cheer towel for Soul-chan. Molinmunt's calling a Chusei Manami or Ariel Martinez go-ahead big fly.
I saw a towel for Stefan Romero, which is a bit of a throwback.
Not that big of a throwback. He had it 2 separate stints with the Buffaloes, 2019 and 2021.
I think he was playing in 2018 too. Now he plays in Mexico, I believe.
Traveling man. No decisions yet for Soichiro Yamazaki. Kiyomiya and Manami studying from the on-deck circles. Uehara may get another inning still. There's the Genghis Khan cheer from the Fighters Owen bound. Fun fact, in German, there is no easy way to get the J sound, because the J letter there is for the Y sound. So Genghis Khan is spelled there D-S-C-H for the Z, Genghis Khan. Of course, we know the man is Genghis Khan, but that's neither here nor there. It's also, the reason why the fighters have glommed onto it is that there's a dish of barbecued lamb that's native to the Sapporo area called Genghis Khan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Never had it. Ooh, Yamazaki just missing low with ball 2. When I was in Sapporo in 2019, the distinctive cuisine I had was soup curry. Now that is good stuff. Yamazaki misses outside. Count is 3-0. Yamazaki just trying to get one over. Spiked in the dirt. That's a 4-pitch walk. As Kiyomiya tries to steal first base. And he'll get there safely. Yumamune giving Yamazaki a bit of a chat. Looks like we're going to get quite the confab here, as they try to figure out how to deal with Chusei Manami, who would love to get his 20th home run of the season right now. And I can't help but seeing all the dancing. Bad German disco. Ah! Now, for what it's worth, Manami is riding a hitting streak of 5 games. He is 0 for 3 today, though. So this is exactly the moment you want. That's chop foul. Mune couldn't get to it in time. Manami is another dual heritage player. His father is Congolese. Moimans forgets the fighters aren't at home. Yeah, different dome ballpark here. Swing and a miss. Manami gave it all that force. Powerful follow through. I mean, you can see a future WBC appearance for Manami, I think. 0-2 on the way. Chopped on the ground. Mune is going to try for two. Gibo is the lone out. Kiyomiya erased at second. Big Boss Shinjo is not sure what to think about this post. So Yuki Nomura joins Gosuke Kato as players born in the US of A, but considered a domestic player because they came through the NPB draft. Yuki Nomura was born in Howell, Michigan. His anglicized name is James. 0 for 3 today. One away with Manami at first. Let's see what this one reveals. Fastball pumped in for a strike. Catches the bottom of the zone. Yamazaki with some luxurious locks, I gotta say. Like, Mike, back me up on this. The hair game in NPB has been really good so far this season.
Yeah, I believe so. Especially that Seibu pitcher. What is it? Kona Takahashi?
Yeah, Kona's got the lots, got the main. 150 on the radar gun, blown past Nomura.
Even Yanagita was having to grow long earlier in the season.
And his ignoble top knot, yes. I know some of the crotchety old pundits may not like it because it's not traditional, but it is fun. I think Imai also has a mane on him.
Just long hair, or the top knot in general not traditional?
Just long hair.
I was gonna say, what could be more traditional than a top knot? I mean, at least in Japanese baseball, if you look at a lot of old Japanese art, top knots everywhere.
1-2 on the way to Nomura. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball, and Nomura kneels. I don't think we're going to be seeing Yamazaki for multiple innings, considering he threw yesterday. That will bring up Haruka Yamada. This will be his first at-bat of the game. He was subbed in as a defensive substitution when Go Matsumoto pinch hit for Daigo Kamikawabata. And you'll hear the chants continuing. The Genghis Khan, just with a new player's name in it. Haruka Yamada was acquired by the fighters from the Saitama Seibu Lions, who held his rights for approximately 7 years. Down in a hole early, 0-2. Yamada's had better success with the fighters than with the Lions. His .296 batting average over 18 games is better than any of his previous seasons, including a 197 in 2021, and he appeared in 98 games. being counted on here for a big at-bat against Soichiro Yamazaki. Curveball sails high. Didn't really curve much at all. Yeah, I think the fighter's struggles are just like a turnover of a core. Losing Otani, Laird, Kondo, Arihara, who's now back with SoftBank, to be fair. It's a matter of figuring out the team's identity and which players they're going to structure it around. As we creep towards 3 a.m. here. 2-2 on the way to Haruka Yamada. Low, ball 3. 155 on the radar gun. Oh yeah, Shon Nakata, him too. Good point. 96 miles per hour if you're using freedom units. Yamazaki, full count on the way. Low, ball 4. Good at bat there. Excellent battle by Yamada to force the walk. This is the biggest threat that the fighters have had so far this game. Runners at first and second with 2 down. And Wang Po-jung, the chance to make some Taiwanese fans very happy. Quick check-in over at PayPay Dome. Seibu is batting in the top of the 8th. They now have 17 hits and 6 earned runs. Still 6-2 Lions over the Hawks. 1 for 3 day for Wang Po-jung. Fastball catches the outside half. That's true, Mo. Once they get settled into their new digs and build the team for the dimensions, I think we'll see them start to excel. Another 0-2 count. Yamazaki's getting hitters into those deep counts quickly. Part of the reason for his success this season. Swing and a miss, strike 3, breaking ball in the dirt. Bottom of the 10th we go. Will Uehara keep going? Mori will lead it off. Looks like we got a pep talk by the Buffalo's dugout. Nice slider there from Yamazaki. I mean, there is the advantage of an easier bullpen management with an innings limit of only 12. You know you don't have to burn through every single pitcher because your games could go 15, 18 innings. You can safely burn your good arms in the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th.
Yeah, but there's something appealing about those crazy long games where suddenly you have pitchers now in the outfield.
You laugh. Uehara may have to hit his own walk-off. He's got hits so far in his career. Yuki Nomura remaining in left. Confab in the dugout. Looks like coach chatting with Soichiro Yamazaki. I mean, if you're going to get a walk-off, these are the guys to get it. Mori, Tongu, Kurebayashi. And finally, Kenta Uehara's day is done. He goes 9 innings and will be stuffed with a no decision. Ryusei Kawano into the game, left-handed pitcher. First round selection of the fighters in the 2020 draft. So far this season, a 1.8 ERA in 36 appearances, 30 holds, 26 strikeouts over 30 innings pitched. Last appeared on the 13th. Mori 1 for 3 today with a double. Only extra base hit so far. Kawano has 5 straight appearances with holds. And a very interesting delivery. Lots of hesitation there. Mori swings and misses at that fastball. Hard to time up if you don't know how long that leg's going to be bobbing. So Sage Shark, I know there is a subreddit for NPB. Someone keeps posting our links there. For the podcast, for these live broadcasts, we appreciate the involvement. So go check out Reddit.
It's been working. We went over 7,000 subscribers the other day.
Hey! And thank you all for your support as we continue to grow the Pacific League English channel. Over the head of Yamada! That's in safely for a base hit. Mori with a 2 for 4 day. Sage Shark, you can listen to the podcast right here on this YouTube channel. Just do a search or look up the podcast. Jimbo, Mike, and I, Jimbo being the baseball for breakfast play-by-play guy, chatting, keeping you in touch with what's going on in the Pacific League and in Japanese baseball in general, and just generally shooting the breeze. Interesting move here. Kawano just getting the one batter. Takahide Ikeda coming into the game. This is his 3rd season with the Fighters organization, acquired from the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles via trade. Ikeda, 3.32 ERA, over 40 2/3 innings, 17 holds on the season. It's a curious move. And that's right, the late game is on now. Looks like Latte's already started off with a man on first. Runners at first and second now for the Marines, actually. If you want to go watch that game, watch Dingo.com or PacificLeague.com to subscribe to Pacific League TV. Interesting that they're not pinch running for Tomoya Mori. They certainly have the speedsters in Koji Oshiro. I just realized Shogibo and Yuya Oda are already in this game, so maybe not. Mori stationed at first. Mori Months, PLTV, no blackouts, no VPN required. And we take all major credit cards. Tongu, breaking ball, good change up there by Ikeda. I'll say this, I wouldn't mind getting to broadcast more games, but my sleep schedule would definitely argue with me. The fact that this season we've been able to double the number of games broadcast from 6 to 12, plus our first ever interleague game, speaks a lot about the quality of support that y'all have been giving us, and we truly appreciate it. You let us do this crazy stuff. Tongu's batting average continuing to drop. Spiked in the dirt by Ikeda.
Everything from these games even starting up into the podcast is all thanks to all your guys' support.
Batting title update. Yanagita is now .006 behind Tongu. Quick check-in on Mori. I don't think he's a threat to steal. I'm curious, when was Tomoya Mori's last stolen base? Never mind, he actually has 3 this season.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
think I
stand
saw
corrected.
one.
His career high was 7 back in 2018. A catcher with speed. Who'd have thunk it?
He was an MVP that year, I think.
Tongu, loud foul ball. I think I heard the thunk of where that landed, too. That landed somewhere like concrete. I've already seen Manami reach the upper deck with a foul ball. Two on the way. Skied into third base territory. Kiyomiya picks it. 1 away.
In the chat from Mo, there is a Android app if you know how to load it onto your set-top box of your choice, and yes, it will work.
I've also been able to cast from Chrome to Chromecast, the browser that is. Kurebayashi working on an 0 for 3 day. 2 groundouts to the second baseman and a center fly ball. Also charged with an error in the field, the lone fielding error of the game. That was a straight fastball. Outside, ball 1. I know that the angle of the camera distorts how pitches move. And the fact that Kyocera Domes is not perfectly aligned with a straight line to the pitcher on the backstop can make some breaking balls look a little bit weird. One-0 on the way. Spiked in the dirt. Morty is not moving. 2-0 the count on Kurebayashi. And we have ourselves a game in Fukuoka. Ryoya Kurihara with a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 8th with 2 down, cutting the deficit to 6-4 for the Lions. Kurebayashi, line drive right field. Manami will pick that up on the fly. Runner will not advance. First at bat of the game for Shogibo. Drafted in the 5th round of the 2019 draft. Gibo has seen limited play time, but he does have a .292 batting average in 44 games. Checks in on Mori. Stranding the runner would be a huge get for the Fighters, sending this game into the 11th. No home runs for Gibo on the season. He has yet to hit one in his NPB career. Does have doubles, though. Breaking ball is low for ball 1. Out of town scoreboard update. The Marines are jumping all over Norimoto a little bit. 2-run score in the top of the 1st, putting the Eagles in an early deficit. Marines trying to right the ship after a couple of rough games. I'm sure that'll be the topic on an upcoming podcast. We'll be recording on Tuesday. Good to hear you're feeling better as well, Mike.
Thank you.
Drilled to center field. Isobata running, has room. Good contact there by Gibo. But to the 11th we go. This is officially the longest game in Midnight Matinee history. Furukawa will lead us off in the top of the 11th. Interesting lineup adjustment I see over in the Eagles-Marines game. Tatsumi in the leadoff spot. Hideto Asamura DHing again. Poor Gregory Polanco just having a bit of a struggle day. Mike Brosseau playing 3rd, giving Hisanori Yasuda a day off. I mean, the Marines have got to be looking over their shoulder at the Hawks. 1.5 games separate 2nd and 3rd place in the Pacific League. It's going to be a fun finish. New pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes. It's Shota Abe. We've seen the 30-year-old on a couple of Midnight Matinees so far. Drafted from the Industrial Leagues, Nippon Seimei, back in the 2021 draft. Last season, .61 ERA over 44 appearances. Here's a quick review on Kenta Uehara's stat line. 116 pitches, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, no runs. No decision either. Abe's already appeared in 39 games with a 2.19 ERA, 36 strikeouts in 37 innings pitched. And yeah, the Japanese baseball league is interesting in that you can actually draft players from industrial teams, you know, guys playing for their corporate club after university, and the independent leagues. There are 3 independent leagues in Japan this season. In fact, Tokumasa Chano, who started this game in left for the Buffaloes, played in one of those and was drafted from them. Furukawa, the catcher for today's game. Deep fly to right field, way back, and caught on the track by Noguchi. He gave that one a ride. That had everyone in the broadcast booth fooled. Yikes.
I thought that one was destroyed.
That thing was tattooed, but the Great Wall of Kyocera Dome claims another victim. Hop. Abe watching. Bruh. Taiki Nanama, rookie second baseman. Cut fastball inside, ball one. Sky to center field should be playable for Nakagawa. He's going to wave off Noguchi. 2 down. Well, Abe's being efficient. 2 outs, 3 pitches. That will bring up Isobata to try and keep the line going. And get into the power hitters in Martinez, Kiyomiya, and Nomura, or Manami. Good breaking ball. Change up in there for strike one. Isobata working a 1-for-4 day. So right in line with his average. High fastball sailed in. So top on the ninth at PayPay Dome. Sent foul. Count is 1-2. Jingleheimer Smith, you joke. I was at a game at the Sky Dome once where the attendance was so loud, the HVAC unit was louder than the crowd noise. I always joke that they cranked it up when R.A. Dickey was on the mound to make the knuckleball flutter more. Line into left, that is foul and out of play. See the forkball grip there from Abe. That went off the handle of the bat there from Isobata. Fouled off himself. It's what, the 9th pitch of this at bat or something? Sorry, 6th. I'm looking at the inning counter, not the pitch counter. You always got a feel for the cheering sections during these extra innings games. The poor trumpeters' lips have got to be going numb by now.
As an asthmatic, I can completely agree with that.
That one's also going to be spoiled and sent foul. Nick Fallon asking what the dimensions are at Kyocera Dome. One moment, I'll pull those up for you. It is 100 meters in the corners, 116 to the power alleys, 122 center field. I think the wall height is 14 feet. And my mistake, Kyoto Dome was actually built in 1997. 3 years older than I thought it was. 2-2 on the way. And some other fans got a trinket. Abe leaning on the fastball and off speed. Might get called up for a fastball soon. Two, 10th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Chopped to Gibo. Catches on the fly. Abe with a solid outing. Bottom of the 11th. Wakatsuki, Oda, Noguchi. This is the Midnight Matinee here on the Pacific League English YouTube channel. I've been talking on mute. That's Brian Rodriguez. Joined the fighters from the Padres in 2018. After that first rocky season, he's been a dominant reliever. ERA not going above 3.42. And even then, that's this season. 12 holds this season. 26 and 1/3 innings pitched. 15 strikeouts. He put up 24 holds as a key part of the bullpen in 2021. Wakatsuki, strikeout, groundout, flyout. Checked swing. He did not go. Brian Rodriguez bringing the heat. Another fastball into the dirt, ball 2. I have a soft spot for Kenya Wakatsuki as well. In one of the baseball games I played, he was always a defensive stud and a cheap acquisition, so even if I wasn't playing as the Buffaloes, it's easy enough to get him, and he was always good to have. 155 on the radar gun, but into the dirt again. Bottom of the 9th coming up at Pepe Dome. If that game finishes before this one...
Yeah.
Mike, you hanging in there?
I'm here.
Get me over fastball, strike 1. To the 76 of you still watching, thank you. We know you have a choice in ASMR to lull you to sleep, and we're grateful that you've chosen us. That'll be a 5-pitch walk for Kenya Wakatsuki. And the go-ahead run is aboard for the Buffaloes here in the bottom of the 11th.
Maybe we do start putting it in the ASMR category.
I mean, I could always switch to the jazz radio voice for a given inning.
Oh god, that freaked me out. I like closed my eyes and right as you did that.
Sorry. Pinch runner here for the Buffaloes. It's Haruto Watanabe. 4th round draft pick from 2022. He's only appeared in 12 games so far this season. So still a youngster. Worth noting that the Buffaloes are one of those weird teams that have both a player wearing 0 and a player wearing 00. I'm going to have to ask my production team why Japanese players love wearing 0 and 00 so much. Yuya Oda, designated bunter. It was his bunt that walked off the Marines in the 2021 Climax Series that sent the Buffaloes to the Japan Series. Sacrifice successful. Watanabe's at second. Runner at second with 1 out.
Nat2V in the chat. I had a 24 ounce, I don't know what that is in mLs, Wawa coffee earlier in the day. I had a large Dunkin' coffee earlier in the day, and I had my own coffee earlier in the day, and then I had an energy drink to do this broadcast.
I'm running on 1 cup of green tea.
I should not be alive.
If you start vibrating through the chair, it's okay. It'll wear off. Just don't get trapped in it. Don't clip into it. Confab on the mound. Try and figure out how to deal with Noguchi. I know the cheering sections are one of the big appeals of Japanese baseball, and the Buffaloes cheering section, the Deep Red Bulls, have their own YouTube channel where you can listen to them practicing and learn some of the chants yourself. Nicholas Fallon asking Mike, and I'm curious about your thoughts, do you think the league will implement some of the rules that the Major League has introduced, like the Manfred Man, the pitch clock, the 3-batter minimum?
Originally, I would say no, but now that the corporate league of all leagues has a pitch clock, I'd say anything is possible.
I mean, the other league is still the only one, the only top-flight pro league where the pitchers bat.
I do like that.
If there's any nation that's going to be, hidebound by tradition, it's Japan. Watanabe at the bottom of your screen on second. The go-ahead run. Noguchi. Big swing and a miss. Breaking ball by Rodriguez. Nice variation on a forkball. Forkball grip that acts like a slider. Good arm side run there. I think that was with Risp. Noguchi's batting .303. And Lord knows my major league club has struggles with Risp. 1 run would be nice. Big swing and a miss over another breaking ball, 0-2. Noguchi expecting fastball, not getting it.
You ever see like a stat and it says collectively like team you like is performing very well with runners on, and you just sit there and go, how?
Clutch is not a skill. Oh, there's
Where?
someone in the retro Kintetsu kit on screen. Yes. Yes, I want to steal your hat. 0-2 on the way. Fouled right into Furukawa. Wear your protective equipment, kids. OSHA says so.
They have OSHA up in Canada?
We have WSIB, same thing.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a call for a fastball here, Rodriguez. getting ready to deal. 0-2 count on Noguchi with Watanabe at second. Chopped up the first base line, foul. Martinez had a beat on it, though. That would have been a sacrifice. Noguchi trying to keep himself hyped up. Here's one of those championship jerseys with the golden numbers being waved by someone in the cheer section. It is a nice touch. Like the Stars soccer team jerseys get. Fastball, a lot of movement on that one. Outside for ball one. We've actually gained viewers. We're up to 83 now. All you insomniacs out on the West Coast, thank you. That'll be a sacrifice. Never mind. I look away for 1 second to get an out-of-town scoreboard update. And Noguchi's aboard. But they hold Watanabe. Not wanting to test Manami's arm in extras. I can believe it. Yumamune with a walk-off chance here. Get a look at the replay. Line drive, screaming line drive by Noguchi. Watanabe holding at third because you do not want to test Chusei Manami. Noguchi was all ready to celebrate and he's looking back like, wait, what? What do you mean? Man, I would have been foolish if they scored on that and I wasn't paying attention. Runners at the corners with one out. Bookend to how the first inning went. Buffaloes failed to cash in that inning. Can Mune end his O for day? And pot a big RBI. I mean, Pepega, if it's a home run, all 3 runs score. But you just need the one. Infield is drawn in. A lot of territory for Mune to poke this one over. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. Looks like a bit of a cut fastball, only clocking it in 149. Runner advances on defensive indifference. Double play is out of the question. They'll have to go home for the out. Savvy base running by Noguchi. Runners at second and third. One out. No double play. A ground ball could score the winning run. That's in the dirt. Good block by Furukawa. Count is 2-0. My neighbors are going to be here telling me about this. Yeah, wild pitch, pass ball. That also would score the run. And they will intentionally walk Mune to load the bases. Bring back the double play. And it's Mr. Bobblehead Keita Nakagawa. Mune sporting the high socks as well.
I don't know if I'd want to intentionally walk someone to get to the guy that they're celebrating.
Yeah, that's like tempting the baseball gods.
Yeah, you're playing a dangerous game there, I think.
1 for 4, Keita Nakagawa. If it's a double play, we head to the 12th. If it's a hit, we head to bed. It's 3:35 in the morning here. Low, ball one. The stands are still full, and honestly, it is nice to see Kyocera Dome packed to the rafters. The Buffaloes were sort of lost in the wilderness for a little while, but then you win 2 pennants back-to-back in a Japan series. I've said it before, mark my words. On the ground, through the infield! Sweet dreams, everyone! Keita Nakagawa on his bobblehead day with a sayonara infield single. And the Buffaloes walk it off in 11, 1-0. The win to Shota Abe, the loss to Brian Rodriguez. The lone RBI to the center fielder, Keita Nakagawa, RBI single. Sayonara and sweet dreams. Get the GoPro out of the way, would you please? Excuse me. At least this game finished before the other one.
And thank you to Keith Davidson in the chat for a $4.99 super chat.
Much appreciated. Other scoreboard update, it looks like it's getting down to the wire. Tying run is at the plate. It's Akira Nakamura for the Hawks. 2 down, count as 1 and 2. Over at Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi, it is the top of the 3rd. Gregory Polanco at the dish, with a runner at 2nd. We are going to show the hero interview here at Kyocera Dome, but that'll be it for the broadcast. Let's watch the replay here on Nakagawa's sayonara hit. Just squibs past Yamada and Kiyomiya and squirts into foul territory, past the bag. That gets an elation from the dugout. On behalf of our producer, who's been manning the board and saved us from technical error earlier tonight. Time is precious, and I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend some of yours with us tonight. Mike, any last words?
I'm going to bed. Those are my last words, but thank you for everybody who got us up to over 100 viewers earlier in the stream, and everyone participating in the chat.
Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, September 12th at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Jimbo and Mike on the call for Baseball for Breakfast. That will be our final Baseball for Breakfast of the season as these two teams rematch at Escon Field, Hokkaido. The Fighters will host the Buffaloes. And finally, our last game, the Sayonara season, the Chiba Lotte Marines hosting the Saitama Seibu Lions in a game with potential playoff seeding implications. Sunday, October 1st, 1 a.m. Eastern. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the hero interview. We'll leave you to that. Catch you next time on Pacific League TV.
本日の試合中断は、グラウンドで第3回T1グランプリを開催いたします。スタートは内野駅を開放いたします。どうぞ皆さんお越しご覧ください。内野プレーのスタッフには随時ご協力しますのでよろしくお願いします。